Oh, I know. I can hear them too. What's that? What is it? Oh, buns? Yeah, I'll have just one since there's only two. You have one, I'll have one. Bun wise, yeah. Stay here, bud. Yeah. Rocco, hey, bud, if you can hear me, give me like a thumbs up or something. I've never done it on the computer, so we'll see how it's looking. Ha, the finger. Okay. I can't see it, so it's all good. That's good. Are you ready? You want me to send you in right now, or you still jogging in? How's it going, Ted? How you doing post surgery? You healing up all right? That's right. Send that crazy dude up there. The craziest. Copy. Heart's a little fast. That's even better. I get Wild Rocco on here. It's me from Cabela's, the kid. The kid. I think I know who this is. Let's see. Oh, sorry guys. I also just turned on my computer, so got a lot of pop-ups here. Oh, hey, the spider. Did you get to use it yet? All right.
What's up? Can you hear me?
I don't know if it's my mic, but I can't hear you. I don't know if anybody else can hear you. Let's see.
And I can't see the chat, so. Oh, hey, look. I found it. Can everybody
I
in the
see your
chat?
lips moving, but I can't hear you.
I can see my chat, so can anybody else hear me, Ted? Fishing with River Warrior, what's up?
No idea what you're saying.
No idea. Let me see what I do.
What's up, Jesse?
Jesse,
Hey,
can
can
you
you
hear
guys
me?
hear Rocco, or is it just my end? Let me check something out. It could be me.
I ain't done nothing different, so you should be able to hear me.
Oh, they said they can hear you, so let me check something out.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, it's probably I need to unmute him.
Oh, my bad. Am I yelling? I just get loud. I talk loud. I get happy too, y'all. And that's one thing I got to ask you, Bassquatch.
That's weird. So I'm getting a delay. I can hear you, but not on my headphones. I can hear you on when I'm watching it through YouTube.
Oh, I don't know, bro. So I haven't done my first live, bro.
Let's try something.
No, I do get excited, Jesse. I'm telling you, man. You should see me when I catch a fish, bro. Even the little bluegills, they'll be this big, bro. Man, I get so happy about yanking them out the water sometimes. Ain't that right, Bassquatch? I got one. I got one. Usually that's me. I got one. I got one. All happy, man. I'm telling you, bro. And don't even get me started on those things over there, because we'll go for days on those, man.
Yeah, Rawko's always talking about bluegill.
Hey, man, why does everybody hate on bluegill? I caught this 10-inch one time, bro. It broke my line and made me mad. I haven't stopped chasing.
Hey, I'm not hating on any bluegill, man.
Squirrels Magnetic Fishing, how you doing? Welcome in. Thanks for coming. Hey, I want to try something real quick, though. I'm going to plug in this mic.
Audio.
Can y'all still hear me?
I can hear you. It's just I'm getting a huge delay because I'm listening through YouTube, but I'm watching you through StreamYard.
Can you hear me better now? Did the audio get better at all?
There we go. There we go. I can hear you just fine now.
Yeah, you should drop a comment, Blazer. What are you doing? Are you up in the chat and you ain't even dropping comments? Come on, bro. Say what's up. You gotta come say what's up. You're one of my main sidekicks and you ain't in the chat dropping comments saying what's up. Say hello to some of these guys that are always watching. This is the Blazer, bro. This is my boy Tyler, man.
Oh, Tyler, what's up, man?
Yeah, Tyler. He's in here. I think he's in here watching. He hasn't dropped a comment yet.
Hasn't said hello yet?
Yeah, he hasn't said hello yet. So
it's all good. Man, I'm glad I could hear you now. I'm not getting this huge delay, making it all weird.
Well, I don't know, because I did plug in my little microphone, so that's why I was asking. I don't know if you guys can hear me better or not, but I actually got it sitting over here. I don't know if you guys can hear me clear. There he is. Look at him. That's the Blazer, y'all. That's my sidekick, y'all. That's my main dude with Tyler that you guys always see fishing with me nowadays. We're always out on the yaks. We're always out there having a blast. Me and that boy, man, I don't know what goes through our minds sometimes, but we just go out and we have a good time. The night bite, that was a blast, bro. I wish you would have been there with us, dude, because yeah, dude, it was crazy. And he's taught me some crazy things, man. I'm telling you, he's another guy like you, you know, when stuff's not working, keep trying stuff. You know, the consistency and the effort that I see that guy put in sometimes, and he always comes in clutch. He catches one, or he'll be like, you know what, Rock, you need to put that down. You need to put this jig head on this grub, and you're gonna throw this and go catch a fish. I tell him to shut up, and 2 minutes later, fish on whatever he tells me to throw.
Yeah, I learned that pretty quick, man. I'm always, every time we went fishing, try this out. It took a while for you to finally just give in, but you're stubborn. But it's good.
I know that, and I try not to be.
No, it's good. It's good.
I want to find my own way too. You know, I mean, I always like to take advice, and you know, I like to learn new things, but sometimes I like to learn on my own sometimes too. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
Trying things that people ain't throwing and stuff like that. Trying different things just to make yourself do stuff that nobody else is doing. Catching fish on something that nobody else is throwing. People kind of notice that. They're like, oh, hey, check this out. I saw this dude using this crazy technique or using these crazy worms, this crazy color combo, and it works great for this fish. You know, so I always try to just switch it up. But you guys, you don't even know how much you guys help me out, bro. You know,
go for it, Ted.
I'll check it. Even Cody, you know, from fishing downtown Denver, bro. That little worm on a jig head, bro. Oh,
I know it. I haven't been able to try that yet.
Bro, that thing kills, bro. Like, I throw it everywhere, bro. I'll get frustrated. You'll be like, you know what? Thank you, Cody. I'll put my little worm on the jig head, bro, and pull something out, or at least get a nibble, you know.
Yeah.
So and I was pretty excited because you introduced me to the robo worms, and you introduced me to like the 6-inch and the 4-inch stuff like that. He introduced me to those little creme worms. Well, I found the happy medium in between both of you. I found the 6-inch creme worms. And at first I thought they were like a little obnoxious for being worms. Like these are like huge to be a worm. And I threw it the other day at Brain, bro. And as soon as I threw it in and just kind of gave it a couple jiggles, bam, 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 boom. And I was like, oh, hey, maybe they're not too obnoxious. You know what I'm saying? I learned something from you and I learned something from him. And now I'm throwing different things. I'm kind of putting my own style from you guys because I love throwing my robo worms on that too, bro. Throw a robo worm on one of those little I think they're the crappie magnets or whatever, or the trout magnet jig heads, bro.
Like the little, the itty bitty dudes.
Yeah, bro.
The 164.
He throws them on like the little 116 stuff, bro. And sometimes it's hard to get out there because of the tackle. You got to be set up for light tackle. But hey, if you could find a way to get it out there and set your stuff up right, bro, that thing kills, bro.
Yeah.
You know, hey, man, I don't know. Maybe on Sunday, me and the Blazer are going to try to go live from the Yaks. I'm not too sure, but I'm also looking for that little Matsu Blazer. I'm looking for one for you, man. I'm telling you, I want to go kill it at Aurora again or something, dude. Because that was blast. Yeah, if you check out some of the shorts, it's around the ones that say we lied and got another one or something. Man, that day was a blast too. Blazer, he's just learning how to do all the YouTube stuff with me, bro. He's learning how to use my phone. And I'm out there catching a fish, trying to land a fish, and I'm yelling at this poor guy on how to work my camera, bro. And you know how I can be a little just put the camera to come on, what are you doing? You know, trying to land this fish, bro. And poor Blazer's just, you know, he's standing there and you see it in one of them, bro, because it's just the camera's just looking at him, and then all of a sudden he just points it at me, bro. And that day was such a blast, bro. It was crazy because we were using that little white jig head. If you watch the Yak Music Mash, I show it in there, and it's a little Matsu 4 to 12 foot trailer, and it's just been slaying out here trolling, bro. I mean, we threw it at Bear Creek Reservoir trolling, caught a couple there. I threw it at Carter, caught a couple there. Threw it at Pinewood. It took a while, but I think I got 1 or 2 there on that thing. And then at Aurora, oh, bro, I was pulling in some good ones over there, you know, and that's a fishery. He basically straight introduced me to him and another buddy I don't talk to as much anymore, but another guy that I used to work with, Jose Moreno. He told me about Aurora. We went there a couple times with him, and I just chalked it up as a loss, really, until I started going with Tyler. And bro, there's some good fishing in there, bro. I'm so mad that we didn't know about that place because, dude, I think we probably could have went in there and slayed it, bro. That is a killer on the shaky head. I don't think I've tried that. He's always showed me, Basketball showed me how to drop shot it. So that's usually when I throw my robo worm, but I've been kind of, like I said, I like to think outside the box sometimes and throw my favorite robo with my favorite technique and put them together and let's see if we could catch a fish. And sometimes that's what you got to do, you know what I mean? Because sometimes you go to your go-tos and it just ain't working. And what did Todd call it that day? I think you were with me, going to the extreme. I think he said, he goes, sometimes you just got to go to the extreme. He goes, you're out there fly fishing and nothing's hitting. He goes, and then I look over and he's telling me a story about how he looks over and he sees one of his fly guys like tying up some obnoxious mouse or frog or something. He's like, what?
I think I was there for that.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to the extreme, Todd. And he was like, well, what the extreme? What are you talking about? He's like, dude, nothing is working, so I'm just going to think outside the box 100% and throw something crazy. And he ended up hitting a fish on some top water stuff. So how you doing, chilling, Indiana, Carl? Thank you for coming in. New
to YouTube. How new? Let's see. Making videos 2 months ago. You enjoying it so far?
And I know King said that he might try to stop in, but I think Miss Sunfish King was in town, so he was trying to spend some time with her.
Yeah.
So he said he wasn't sure if he's going to be.
You know me, and just like you, it's family first, man. It's family first.
Always, man. Oh, yeah. And speaking of the King and Ted, I do owe both of you guys an apology because I'm pretty sure I dropped a couple F-bombs in Monday Night's Live, and I'm pretty sure I dropped a couple in your live too, Ted. And I do apologize, guys. I do apologize. It's the way I talk. I don't mean to offend anybody with it. It will
Gosh,
slip. It will slip. I do apologize. Now, we'll warn you. I'll try to keep them to a minimum tonight, Bassquatch. But if I get passionate about something, you might just hear it slip. So I'm gonna warn
oh,
you.
I know it. I know it.
You already know. And that's the thing is I don't even realize it, bro. I just get to talking, and then it's like get this, and usually that's when it happens. If you hear an right after is usually the F bomb, usually, and then F in this or something like that.
Yeah.
I just want to apologize in advance to that, and tell Ted and King, my bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's something I think I got used to fish with you a whole lot. But typically off camera, you've heard me. I could be pretty foul mouthed too, so I get it.
I mean, I understand it's a bad habit, but at the same time, I feel you should be able to express yourself, and that's one thing that I like to do through words. And as you can tell through my body motions, trying to get that camera centered better, but through my body motions, I love talking to my body, and I love talking to myself too. So that's one reason why you guys think I'm so crazy. So because I am a little bit.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
How you been though, bro? How have you been?
Living life, man. Let's see. I guess I've been here officially a year now. It's pretty wild, man.
Yeah, it has, bro.
Yeah,
it has, because our YouTube channels are coming up on a year. They should be, or maybe a little more.
I think you started right before me. I started in August, so I'm coming up right on a year.
Okay, and I think I just probably past year that my first video dropped. So
yeah, well, I mean, it's been pretty cool, man. I'm meeting a lot of awesome people, and you know how I am when I see kids who are super passionate in fishing.
Yeah,
seeing them. Actually, one of the first people who said anything in here. Let's see if I can find it again.
Yeah, I saw him, the fishing dude.
Yeah, he said, "There it is, right here. I'm the.
Yep.
It's me from Cabela's. He's in Florida right now, but man, he came in all super excited. Looking for this, looking for that, and
that's what's up.
Here he is now. So I don't know. It's pretty cool, man. Meeting a lot of awesome people. I don't know. It's been a lot of work, and then my whole car situation. Yeah. I've got 2 cars, working on both of them because neither one of them are running as much as I'd like it to.
Well, I got 2 running, and I got 2 that I got to keep fixing. So I got 4 sitting out in the driveway, but 2 aren't mine. Well, 3 of them aren't mine.
Yeah.
So I only got 1 out there. The other 2 of them are the daughters, and then one's the old ladies. So
yeah,
I kind of feel you. What's up, Arkansas? How you doing?
Ted, by the way, I got your email. I read it. I'll get back to you for sure. That'd be a cool time. Raised Outdoors, Arkansas. Welcome. I don't know if I said Chillin', Indiana. Welcome. Let's see. Who else did I miss? Jesse. I think I said what's up, but what's up again? The Blazer. Looking back through all this. Squirrels magnet fishing. See, okay, so that's something cool. Magnet fishing is something I've watched a whole lot of, and I've always wanted to try it. Just never have. And whoever else I missed, and welcome to the chat.
So, dude, you got to explain the differences between where you're at now and Colorado fishing.
Okay. Well, even fishing right now is totally different. When I first moved here, everybody was telling me that particular summer I moved here, everybody's like, this is not normal weather, man. I was like, this is beautiful. I don't know what the problem is. Like, this is wonderful. Like, yeah, this is not normally what we're getting here. Now, this summer is a little more normal. We're getting, minimum. The coldest day I think we've had in the last while has been like 90 degrees. So the fishing's been, man, you're pulling fish out and you're pretty sure they're already boiled. It's hot water, man. Unless you're at like tailwaters in a creek where it's nice and cold. Shoot, it's totally different, man. And there's all sorts of crazy cool species out here that I just never chased in Colorado. So,
okay. And just so the chat knows, where are you at right now?
I'm in Tennessee, northern Tennessee, pretty much Kentucky. If you're in Kentucky, you're close to me. If you're in Tennessee, you're close to me. I'm like right on the border. I'm the northernmost town in Tennessee, as far as I know. I'm saying that and I'm probably wrong, but as soon as you leave my town going north, you're in Kentucky. So Yeah, actually, most of my fishing's in Kentucky. Since I also work in Kentucky, most of the fishing is there. But man, there's a lot of great water out here. It's just getting used to the differences between what we call a lake in Colorado and what they call a lake here. When you look at a map, the lakes here, like Lake Cumberland, it's a flooded river. It's not really a lake, but it's a massive river. Um, Look
Okay.
at it on a map because in Colorado, our lakes are pretty round, or they're like
Yeah.
a kidney shape. Here, it's like a giant snake because they're flooded rivers. They're all controlled by dams. So it's been,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's golly, it's totally different, man. But it's
You
a ton
miss
of fun.
are there any species you miss chasing that you don't have anymore?
No, um, I I don't know that there's a species here that we have. Well, I guess unless you go like Arctic char, we have that in Colorado, and we don't have it here. But I wasn't chasing Arctic char in Colorado either. I
Yeah, that's
do
what I
miss
was
the
about to
size
say,
of the
but you
trout.
never really chased them though, right? I mean, we a lot of ours was a lot of was trout and bass mainly.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, the prize fish here, just like every other state, you have your largemouth bass. Catfish here is a crazy popular thing, and it makes sense because I mean, in Colorado, our best catfish was a channel. Here, I mean, you have channel cats, I mean, you name it, they've got that catfish here. There's a ton of species here. So it's cool. Actually, I'm fishing more species here than I was in Colorado. But
Okay.
the quality of fish, at least from what I've caught, the bass, they actually don't vary in size much different than, I mean, you've seen me catch some tanks in Colorado. So
I
I'm a
got
little
some pictures of
biased.
you there. Holy cow, bro.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
my
nice
favorite one
bass.
is when you're smiling, kissing at the camera, holding the bass like that.
Man, my favorite one, it's when you and I were over at Centennial Park. And I'm like, dude, cast at that tree. And you're sitting there and you're like,
Man,
oh, there's nothing in here.
man,
I'm like,
come
let me
on,
see.
man.
And that was actually my PB bass. That's why it's my favorite.
Man, that was boo.
That was great.
That was
Um,
boo, bro. You know how
no,
many times that
first
happens
cast
to
right
me,
where I
bro?
told you to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was boo, bro. I mean, you know how many times that happens, bro? Just catch right there. All right, and I'll throw a couple times, nothing. But it was like, dude, come on,
Yeah.
bam.
Well, you were walking away already. You're thinking he's not catching anything here. But I, I tell people all the time, a lot of fishing and a lot of the rigs you're using, it's mostly confidence. Just because I'm using a drop shot and you're using a drop shot, I'm confident in that. You know what I mean? And that whole day in that particular spot, you were fishing something that you weren't necessarily confident with because you had I think it was a tube jig you were throwing, and you just recently got these tube jigs. And
Well, no way, because man, me and two jigs, bro. I
yeah,
think
but this is kind of early on when you first started getting those particular hog stickers.
hey, those are my shits, man.
Yeah,
Those are my bugs, man.
yeah, yeah.
I haven't thrown them in a while. I don't know why, man. I've been away from my two jigs, but man, fish love two jigs, y'all. Yeah,
Yeah.
especially hog stickers, I'm telling you. And those things, bro, those things surprise me, bro, because like I just seen them on the same app that I met you on. And I just seen dude, posting up, some crazy fish. I know where he was fishing and stuff at Spiny. I know that reservoir holds huge fish. So, but he started throwing them in the South Platte, was kind of catching bass and big trout out of the Arkansas too. So I was like, well, I'm gonna give him a try, and I bought me a pack, bro. And instantly, man, like, my catch rate just went up a little bit. And it was crazy because, bro, it went, I threw them in ponds, I threw them in streams, I threw them in rivers, I threw them in lakes, I threw them ice fishing, I threw them, everywhere, bro. Even in that yak music mash, I was trolling one. And it was pretty funny because even the Blazer was like, you're throwing on a tube jig? And I was like, bro, no, throwing on a hog sticker. And he just kind of looked at me, like, what? And I just casted it out, let it troll, caught it, you know what I'm saying? Flip my bail over and I'm going. And next thing you know, boom, boom, there goes my pole. And Blazer's like, on the tube jig, bro? Like, bro, I told you, bro. I was like, on the hog stickers, bro. Like, I love those things, bro. But
Yeah.
man, I don't know. That was crazy that day. I do remember that day though. And that was like all the time when we first started, bro. You were all either I was 10 minutes late showing up or whatever it was. But I remember
you always beat me there.
When
You
we
always beat
first
me there.
started, bro, when we first started, you were always hit that hole right there, bro. And I'm like, all right. And I try my little ass, I try, and I wouldn't get nothing. And you're like, all right, let me see. And you go over there and you throw the exact same thing, bro, and just hit them. And I mean, it kind of sucked, but it was kind of awesome too, because it gave me a chance to actually step back and watch the technique. And by doing that, I was able to figure out what I was doing wrong. And I was able to actually start kind of perfecting that technique that you were doing and how you were doing it. And lo and behold, it actually started working out a lot better, and that's when I really started picking up the drop shot, and hey, bro, that's worked for me. And of course the robo worms, bro. I don't know who has more right now, me or you, because I could
probably you, man. I've been catching fish with mine. They're not lasting very long.
I haven't been throwing them really, but bro, I got all kinds of colors. Every time I see a new color, oh, look at that color, I'm all happy and I get it. And 4-inch, 6-inch, and all kinds of crazy colors. I just haven't really been throwing them, but haven't been doing a lot of bass chasing this year either. I've been doing more trout stuff,
Yeah,
I kind of want to get back to my roots and where I was doing when I originally got into the fishing stuff, and that's going back up into my mountains and stuff, going back out west. But
yeah,
I'm kind of sick of out west right now. Work has just been driving me crazy, driving out on rifle, and things just ain't been going right. And me and out west ain't been working out right now. Especially I-70 traffic. If you live in Colorado,
I-70.
Good old I-70.
Yeah. I-70. Yeah,
good old I-70, bro. So I've kind of been staying away from the West, but I do want to get back over there. I mean, there's a whole bunch of lakes out there, guys, that I've fished, and you guys haven't even seen me go up to. St. Mary's, I think that was one of my first videos. I think it's one and done. That's one of my favorite lakes to go to. It is an absolute beautiful spot. It's actually a glacier, and I am not kidding you guys. We're suffering 102, 100-degree weather. You will see guys going up there with skis and snowboards to go down the glacier.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It is nuts. And this little spot, I really want to do. I think I'm actually going to do a training / fishing video on that one. Because have you ever been up there? I'm pretty sure you have, right?
We were going to go, remember? And that wasn't you. My bad. I was about to go one time, and I don't know what happened. I think we couldn't find the place. We just went somewhere else. Or was it you?
I don't know if it was me. Yeah. I don't think it was me, because I've always found it. It took me a minute the first time, but I found it.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right off the hook. The difference is the technique, and that's the thing is, it's a slight different. You may throw the same worm or on a different rig, and that technique just changes a little bit, and throughout the day, the technique changes too. And I've been kind of figuring that out too. Here, the kayaks, bro, kayak fishing. You ever done kayak fishing or boat fishing?
Yeah.
That's
my gar video was in a kayak.
Oh, it was. Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I don't know if I watched that one. There's one or two that I know I missed.
There's that's another big difference between Colorado and Tennessee is, Colorado, we have cold water species, and then we have like slightly warm water species.
Yeah.
Here, there's like true warm water species, like gar. Man, if you have a day off and it's like unbearably hot, let's go catch some gar, because they really rise and they start chasing fish when it gets really hot. The hottest days are the best times to go gar fishing. And catfish here, they start hitting really well on live bait and cut bait early on in summer. And as it warms up, they start coming off the beds and they start being really, really active. And I think that's part of the reason why the catfish in Colorado, we have our channels, because they're a little more tolerant to the colder weather. But here, man, gosh, there's some monster catfish. But you get true warm water species here, and then you get true cold water species as well, because we have true seasons in Tennessee. Unlike Colorado, you get a different season every day. So
you'll get all 4 in one if you're lucky,
Yeah, if you're lucky, you get to experience winter, spring, summer, and fall, and it's only
I'm telling you, bro,
2 o'clock.
And it'll snow, bro. It'll snow, and like you said, it's only 2 o'clock. You're like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
But no, man. I mean, back to St. Mary's, I do want to do a fishing / fitness video, because if you ever make it up there, It's about a 3/4 mile hike, and it's a pretty good incline. The terrain is real rough.
Yeah.
And where I like to go in the lake is like Sketchville, pretty much. I like to go. I don't know if it's like a runoff or a spring or whatever it is, but there's like a valley in the back of the lake. But in order to get to that valley, you have to do, some more mountain climbing, some more. You basically become a little billy goat, and you got to get to the top of the valley. And then with your pole and your bag and everything on your back, you climb down the valley and you follow the little stream down into the lake, bro. And right there, that's just the spot. I kind of looked at it and I already, I put my river fishing together. Hey, the foam is home. Wherever you see those waves, wherever the current's coming in is where you want to hit, because it has oxygen and it has food. It's bringing in nutrients. That's where the fish are going to be kicking. It's a hard spot for fishermen to get. What do? You go to those hard spots where the food's at. Basically, I saw it as an inlet, but I think it's just like a little spring runoff from the glacier. But when it's thawed up there and you make the way around there, bro, it's worth it. It's a little sketch. Like I said, it's a little sketch. It takes some billy goating and some caressing and some finessing down the little mountain, down the little valley, bro. But it's definitely worth it. I remember one time I went up there and dude had the right idea. He was trying to hit the same spot from a different angle. And I saw it and I was kind of mad. I was like, damn, he's in my spot. I was like, oh, wow. And I billy goated up, and sure enough, I came around down my valley and I could see him and he could see me, but he couldn't cast to me and I couldn't quite cast to him or whatever. So we weren't really crossing paths, but all of a sudden he started seeing me reel some in and he just kind of got mad and left,
Yeah.
I kind of felt bad, but and it was pretty cool because when you get to the top of that mountain, bro, when you get to the top of the valley, if you don't want to make the valley, the climb down to the valley, it's actually a dope spot where you can look down. It's a dope high advantage spot where you can look down and just see the fish, bro. And you can just see they have some monsters.
Jump right in.
Bro, there's people up there doing it, dude, and they're nuts, bro.
Nah.
I promise you, I was up there. I was up there one time. And I took my brother-in-law up there, and he took his little bulldog, and the bulldog kept wanting to go in the water to chase the stick. And so my brother-in-law threw the stick in the water, not thinking about how cold that water is. And the bulldog went jumping in after it, but about 2-3 seconds into it, little bulldog tensed up and he couldn't swim in that water no more, bro. And he started going under. So my brother-in-law had to jump in there and he had to go rescue his bulldog from that, bro. Cause I've done the Tough Mudders, bro. I've done them. And one of my least favorite obstacles in the Tough Mudder is the Arctic enema. Why? Because it make you jump in ice water and 70-80 degree weather after 6 miles of running and you're hot and you're sweating and you jump this ice water and your muscles just go whoop and they cramp. Hard to run. And that's what happened to the dog. The dog cramped up and he couldn't swim. He went into shock. He didn't know how to take that. And my brother-in-law, he got out and, poor thing, the wind was up a little bit and I'm gonna go, bro. It's like, dude, I'm sorry, but all right, I'll see you later,
Yeah.
I felt bad for him, but there's people up there, bro, in their swim trunks, bro, just doing it for fun, just jumping off, and I'm nah, you guys are nuts.
Yeah, no thanks.
But then I think about me doing the Tough Mudders, so and it's like I've done 1, 2, and 3, so I ain't learned,
Yeah.
So I must be as crazy as they are for sure. So for sure, bro.
Shoot, I couldn't do that. I act like I'm not scared of heights, and I'm not.
I'm
scared of jumping off of high things because I am a large dude. These knees are not going to hold me up.
I wish, I don't know, maybe one of these days if my daughter still got it, bro, I end up posting it. But my daughter, I like doing crazy things with the kids, especially for their birthdays and stuff.
Yeah.
Just different stuff. I like for them to experience new stuff. One of my favorite things to do is actually go whitewater rafting. So for Bernie's 13th birthday, which is my oldest daughter, that's the Castaway. I took her whitewater rafting. That was a blast. And I figured for Jennifer Ann, which is a natural, my youngest daughter, for her, I want to do something similar for her 13th birthday. So we went up to, I think it's up in Bailey, bro. And it's like a zip climb thing, bro, where you climb on all these crazy obstacles that are up in the air. And
outdoors?
What's up?
It's outdoors
Yeah, it's
on
outdoors,
the way
bro.
to Silverthorne?
No, bro, 285, bro, Bailey.
Okay, yeah.
To going out towards Todd's, bro.
Yeah, that's there's like a creek right next to it, isn't there?
It's the South Platte, bro.
Well, shoot.
That's my
Yeah,
spot, bro.
might be the
Yeah,
same
it's
place.
actually the South Platte. It comes from that little creek that runs along there. Yeah, that's actually the North Fork of the South Platte.
I must be thinking of a different place.
Yeah, it looks like a creek, bro, because it ain't very big over there, but
Yeah.
you know, but we went there, and the first obstacle, like they make you do it by colors and by difficulty. So you have to do like the blue ones first, and then the yellow ones and the green ones and stuff. And the very first obstacle, man, I get to the end, bro, and I don't know, it's like you have to rappel or whatever off of like this 100-foot, maybe it was probably like 50, probably like 25-foot drop, bro. Bro, it took me like 2 minutes, like. Bro, I was sitting down, and the lady's like, "Sir, you have to stand up," and you know, like I'm like running towards, and then like jumping back, and like I promise you, bro, they're about to have to call the fire department up there, bro.
Man, you gotta lift me out of here.
Yeah, bro, I swear, bro, they're about to have to go get the ladders, and I finally jumped, but it was hilarious, man. One of these days, I'm gonna have to post it up. So, oh, look, they get a poochie.
Oh, do you see my dog?
I see two of them. I haven't seen them.
Yeah, I got look this way. Miss Lila, come here. Come here. Up here.
Okay, look,
well, this is Opie. Our puppy. Lila, she's that white one you saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's an old lady. All right, get down.
How's the fly tying going?
That's good, man. You want to see what I tied lately?
No, I'm jealous.
Why? Here, I'll grab them. Hold on.
Because you're so much better than me.
Hey, man, I'm still learning myself. There's a lot I can improve on.
That brings me to my next point, guys. Consistency in whatever you do is going to make you better at it, and I think that's probably why you're getting so dope at it. I know you're probably sitting there, probably at least an hour a day, I'd say, or at least 2 to 3 hours a week. Probably tying flies. I don't know. I don't sit down and tie them up. So I know that's why I'm not getting better.
So Friday, I know some old man outdoors. He won a sticker and a fly from your boy Bassquatch. So I just finished his fly yesterday and sending those out with his sticker. And I guess here's a preview of what he's getting.
Bro, that's dope. See what I'm saying?
Purple and chartreuse. So I'm calling this one. I can't decide if I want to call it the Joker or Why So Serious. But it's a nice streamer.
Hey, do me a favor.
What's up?
Whatever you name it, tie up another one and send it to me.
Can do, man. Here's one I tied from my dad. I think I sent you that one.
Yeah, you sent me that one. That one's dope, bro.
The Bronco bugger.
Well, I mean, you're not in Colorado anymore, but you should do a couple other ones like that, bro, for the Nuggets and the Avalanche, or for any other teams that you want. You know what I'm saying? That'd actually be a pretty dope, and make it like your own little line, or take it out and see if it works. You know what I'm saying? You never know.
Let's see. So you have in live chats, my friend. Del Hollow should come soon. Kevin Hickman. Yeah, Dale Hollow. I don't know if you've heard of Dale Hollow, Rawko. No? It's not just a state record smallmouth. It's the world record smallmouth bass was caught in Dale Hollow. And Dale Hollow, maybe half of it's in Tennessee, half of it's in Kentucky. It's right by me, where the world record was caught.
No shit, huh?
Yeah. World record smallie.
What are you doing here sitting chatting with me?
Hey, man, that was caught so long ago. So long ago. People have tried beating it. I mean, there's some nice smallmouth there. The couple times I've been, I was actually fly fishing. And I'm telling you, man, gin clear water. You could see so far down this water. It kind of makes it hard to fish my normal techniques because I kind of like to sneak up on the fish. I swear, these fish see me way before I see them. That water's clear.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. That's another thing I was going to tell you about that boy Blazer, bro. He's been introducing me to some damn good fisheries, bro. I mean, and things that like like I'm kind of mad, bro, because they were all around us. We just never really took the time to explore them, and I'm not too sure why. But I mean, like I said, Aurora is one of them. I was there, bro. I was there with the fams not too long ago. I think it was for Father's Day. We all went fishing over there and stuff. But
Kevin, I remember. I gave it to you at work. Whenever you're down, man, we'll figure out a time to go.
Now I was there with the fams, and I wanted to fish. I wanted to fish the dock, but there was already a dude up there, so I was kind of mad. I was like, whatever, we'll go over here. And a dude was catching them, so I went up there and I asked him, what are you using? He's like, oh, just power bait, whatever. He goes, dude, there's something massive right here, bro. So what do you mean? He goes, the last fish that I reeled in, he was like, he goes, I was reeling him in and it swam underneath the bank and then it came darting out and something came darting out behind it trying to eat it and then darted back in. And I was like, really? And he goes, yeah. So I was like, So he sat there and waited. And right before we left, he caught another fish. And he was like, hey, come here, check this out. And sure enough, bro, there was this smallmouth, bro. I'm pretty sure it was a smallmouth because it looked like a little football, bro. But it was like a college football, bro. Like it was huge, bro. I was like, whoa, because it was maybe 2 feet down, bro, because it was right at the bottom of the dock, right underneath it, bro.
Yeah.
And sure enough, bro, it came zooming out, and I was like, oh my God, like, holy shit, And it was a big one. So we've definitely been exploring that one. And then one that we kind of found together, me and the Hypester actually found that Crystal Lake one, which is another one that me and the Blazer were actually trying to get back to, and we want to take the yaks back there. We want to go kill it on some summertime or some fall time fishing there. You know what I'm saying? We just ain't been able to iron it out because that's another 2-hour drive up our beautiful I-70. Yeah. Down into Leadville. But I don't know. Maybe we could take 285 up, but it might be a longer drive, but it might be worth it taking 285 just because, the drive might be longer, but it'll be shorter on the way back, instead of coming I-70. But he's just been introducing me to some great fisheries. Arvada is another one that we've been trying to hit. That's just right here. Stanley Lake is one that he's been like, come on, dude, we need to go. And I was like, no, I don't want to go there. No. And then we end up.
They are all good. I've been to all of those. So.
And then the cool thing is he's getting me into that yakking stuff, bro, which is actually pretty fun. The yakking and the trolling, bro. We have a blast on the LJ, bro. It's not leaky anymore, but I'm still calling it the LJ. Once a leaker, always a leaker is what I told him, bro. We're still calling it the leaky John boat. But we have a blast on that thing too, man. He's really getting me into that type of fishing. And another guy that I don't know if he was able to come up in here because of the private chat mode or whatever that I think YouTube has. If he's not subbed, I don't know if he can come in or whatever. But my other buddy Mike, you've seen him with Mikey and the kiddos. And give me a second. Give me 1 second. I'll shoot him a text time. I'm talking about him now. But no, check out this one that he pulled out of Vrain, bro. I don't know if
Kevin, text me whenever you want to go.
Oh, okay.
And I'll see what I can make happen.
Talking to him.
Because Del Hollow, I haven't been there. Actually, I went there right when I moved here. And I think I went one other time. So I'd like to go back because I know I haven't fished it enough. And I know that there's some nice fish in there once you can get on them.
I'm trying to. Oh, here it is. Here we go.
Yeah, St. Vrain, that's remember I commented. I said I was fishing that exact corner and was pulling in some trout.
I don't know if you guys could see that very good because of the glare. And this was just not too long ago, bro.
Man, that's not bad. Not bad at all. That was at where?
This was at Vrain, bro. This was at Vrain. I think at
the opposite.
At Mallard, I think, bro.
Yeah.
I think this was at Mallard. I was mad because I was supposed to get up and go with him that day, bro. I probably would have got it on film or at least posted a short for you guys with Mikey and his bass. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he's another dude that I'm starting to fish with a little bit more often, bro. And he's actually starting to teach me a lot more stuff too. And Cody, like I said, Cody was another dude that taught me a lot of stuff on that worm on the jig head. And he explored my bass knowledge a little bit too. You know what I'm saying? So I thank all those guys for that. And it's pretty cool, me and Mike, it's kind of funny, bro, because it's like the way we all influence each other is pretty awesome. You know, me and the Blazer were always fishing together. We're always fishing on the Yaks. Mike wanted to go fish on the Yaks. So I happened to have the Blazer's yak with me. And I asked the Blazer, hey, could my buddy, me and Mike borrow the yak? There it is again. Like I said, I get a little passionate and I dropped that F-bomb. But I don't know if you caught it, but there's that F-bomb that I was talking about. But it was pretty cool being able to use one buddy's kayak to help another buddy experience the kayak experience, to go out there and fish with him and fish with me on the kayak. And I think he enjoyed it, and I think he's looking into a kayak now. You know,
Yeah.
so to be able to help him out and stuff like that, new things, you never know who you're going to influence. Same thing with the Blazer. You know, I don't want to drop it, but I'm gonna drop it anyway. I'm not too sure how long me and the Blazer are gonna be kind of fishing together, because he might actually start up his own channel, you know, which is awesome. I'm happy for him, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you've already got a sub here. I'll sub.
You know what I'm saying? I'm happy for him. I really am, but then I'm kind of sad because I already know videos are not going to be as common with us. You know, we'll still probably be going fishing a lot with each other, but you know, he's going to be doing his thing and I'm going to be doing my thing, you know, and I'm not 100% sure if he still wants to do it, but I know last time we were talking, he was kind of thinking about it. So, you know, he might be doing his own thing too, you know, which is absolutely awesome. Like I said, got me on the whole tip is the influence you have on people. You just never know. I'm not huge at all on my YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying? But I know of the Blazer, and I don't know if you remember Gunner. Gunner's also started his own YouTube channel, bro. I think it's Catching Colorado Everything or something like that. Gunner started his own too. He was a troll basically, and he would tell you straight up, yeah, I just like going on YouTube and trolling everybody, you know. And that's what he would do. And if you would see anybody comment, it used to be Want to Make Libs Cry was his name, and then he changed it to like Catching Colorado, and he started posting stuff as well. Just from seeing me post stuff, he started posting stuff, and he probably has more subscribers than I do right now, you know, because he's
What'd you say his channel was called?
It's like Catching Colorado Everything, I think it is, or Catching Colorado Anything, maybe. But I'm pretty sure Gunner has his own now, bro.
I'm not finding it. I'm sure if you ever found it, or if you find it, if you're already subbed,
I know I'm subbed. I'm subbed. Let me see. I'll try to find it right now for you. Fish and junk. Hold on. How's the fams and everything doing, man? There's Novi.
They're good. Kiddos, he's starting kindergarten.
Yeah,
so I might take a day or 2 or 5. I'm an emotional father, so I know dropping him off at school, I might need some emotional time to recuperate.
Bro, I got 2 high schoolers this year.
Yeah, but you've had all that time, man. I'm sure the first time, man.
I got 2 female high schoolers.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying though. I'm sure you took a little time to mentally handle that, you know.
No, I haven't. I am still handling it, and I am not doing it well. Okay. I'll tell you, they don't know it, but you know, there's certain songs that come on in the radio, and I'm driving to work, and I just start bawling. You know, like little baby.
Yeah, commercials get me. I can tell. I'm like, man, am I getting old or something? Or I don't know. There's some commercials out there, and they're not even the ones that are supposed to be sad. I'm just sitting there crying. What's the matter with me?
Colorado Catching Channel.
Colorado Catching Channel.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it.
Do you want to share his link on here?
I don't know how. Well, hold on. Stick-a-douche, 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 stick-a-douche. Uh-oh, here we go. I think I can do it. Stick-a-douche. I think I did it. Did it come up in your chat?
Yo, how's it going, Fisher Brent? Welcome.
How do you spell it again? Fishing with Bassquatch. I always misspell it too. How do I spell your well, you know what? Hold on. I know what I'll do. Hey, look, I'm getting tech savvy over here. I can copy the link here, and then I can go here to my other buddy who's trying to get in, to my buddy Mike.
Trying to get into the live?
Yeah. He might have just subbed you. I don't know. Because it says he sent me a link, or he sent me a text that said it says it's private, so he can't get in. So yeah, so I don't know. I think when you're under like 100 subs, bro, or whatever, under 500 subs, YouTube automatically sets your live to subscribers only plus 25. So I don't know if that's it, or if you need to fix the settings, or what's up, Fishing with Brent? Sorry, I didn't see you. Did that link drop in the chat, guys? That's another buddy. If you look at my channel and you go to Fishing with Gunner, and I think Gunner's Day Out or something like that. I forget. I know I have 2 videos with him in there. He actually started his own channel. You guys can check him out if you like. He's a pretty good fisherman. I will warn you, he's pretty vulgar. I think the one that I think it was a 10-pound carp one where we're cussing like sailors. Yeah, that's with him. So beware. So just want to let you know. Yeah, there's my buddy Mike G. Yep.
What's up, Mike?
That's the picture I just showed you guys of the bass that he caught. I was just showing you a picture of the bass that you caught at Brain, and telling everybody how you're basically helping me out on my bass and exploring new shit with me and stuff like that. And he's phenomenal with the bait caster. Yo, he's definitely helped me. It cracks me up though, because I hand him a left-handed bait caster and he can't use it worth the shit. And then I hand him a right-handed push button and he still can't use it. It trips me out, but he's awesome with the bait caster, bro. He's been kind of learning me on how to adjust my brake and stuff like that, and where I want it. You know, he was helping me out at Brain when we were out on the yaks the other day, switching up lowers. And what's up, little lad squash? I see you. But he's been helping out with that and stuff like that. So right on, Mike. You know, and he's just awesome, bro. It was funny. I think he lost probably 4 or 5. Didn't see the link. All right, let me see. I thought I sent it on my phone.
Tell me what it was again.
Catching Colorado channel. But I did send it through my phone, so. But maybe I didn't post it. Let me see. Let me try to post it again.
Was he in Maui?
No.
That's another dude. Colorado. We caught a Papio in Maui.
No, that's another dude that I want to hook up with. He's actually pretty cool. He's been posting up a lot of walleye stuff. It's Catching Colorado channel, bro. I lost it again. Let me see.
I'm seeing Catching Colorado, 11.8 thousand subscribers, 220 videos.
Colorado Catching. Sorry.
Dyslexia.
Sorry.
It's all good. Colorado Catching. So I can hear. Yeah, that didn't come up either. I'm seeing Fishing Colorado, but that's not him.
What about now? I see it in the chat now.
No, I don't see it.
No, but anyway, I don't know how many fish Mike lost that day at Rain out on the yaks, bro. He lost at least 2 or 3, and I think a couple more out on the shore, bro. And I just kind of threw my technique and listened to him. He was telling me, you know, he's like, hey, just throw over here in those weed lines or whatever. And as soon as he landed one of his bass, I just kind of went over there and I was like, where at? I was like, all right. So kind of just put that little bass of that little worm on a jig head to work with where he told me to throw it. And sure enough, bro, I hooked into one. Man, I lost him. LDR, long distance release. I don't know why it's not coming up in the chat.
It could just be because I have so few subscribers. I don't know. Again, this is our first live, so still kind of figuring things out. So I don't know. That could be part of it.
I tried dropping the link, but I don't know. Oh, who do you got moderating in here too, bro? Who are your mods?
I don't have moderators yet.
Not yet. We need to set some mods for sure, bro.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
I think I know how to do it from the YouTube side, but I've never did it. I've never done it from the StreamYard. I would think you would just go to settings.
General.
But I'm gonna start playing with stuff, and that's not gonna be good because I'm gonna end up booting myself out of the chat. So I'm gonna leave stuff alone. Nah, man, but my buddy Mike,
Yeah.
he's pretty cool, bro. I'm looking forward to fishing with him some more. And I don't know if you were in the chat when I was giving the giveaway stuff, or if I told you that I joined some tournaments, some kayak tournament stuff, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a little in over my head on this one. I'll tell you what, bro. But nah, I definitely, and it might be an option. Yeah, you could do that too, bro. You might be able to tap them in the chat, and I think you got to do it because we're going through your channel.
Well, what I can do, so I could tap on show, I can star. And if I click, I always call it a hamburger, those 3 little dots. I could put users in timeout, whatever that means, or I could block users.
We're gonna have to get with King, bro, on it, but I know there's a way you could do it through YouTube. I just never did it through the StreamYard stuff, bro.
Yeah, well, we'll figure it out too. And I also don't have like the paid, which is why you see the powered by StreamYard in the top. So I think eventually, if I pay, I can make moderators. I can have more people. I can make it unprivatized. I'm pretty sure it's because it's free. And again, this is a trial. So I think if this works out well, I'm willing to pay for it if it helps out.
King knows everything, Brant. King knows everything, man. He's helped a lot of people out on these lives. I'll tell you what, man.
It's all that hot food he's got. It's filling up all this.
Bro, I felt bad for him during that giveaway, bro.
I missed that,
guy, bro.
I saw the aftermath, but I missed him actually eating it.
Well, he started with the hottest. He was supposed to start at 1 and go to 5, and he started with 5 and went to 1. And
yeah,
bro, there was a couple of times where I was kind of during the giveaway, and he was just. I felt bad for the poor guy. I felt really bad for him. I was like, oh man, poor King, you know. But
I was on when he called the intermission. He's like, yeah, I gotta go lay down, man. I'm like, I feel that.
Yeah,
I want to try it, you know, being Spanish and liking spicy food myself. I kind of want to try those. Just for so the other day at work, I bought. Oh, your camera was moving. That threw me off. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah. I was moving the view.
Yeah,
a little bit.
But I was at work and I just bought these Carolina Reaper almonds. Not to torture myself or anything, but they sounded delicious. And I killed that entire container. I'm just sitting there and I'm a little sweaty, and people at work are like, "Are you all right, man?" I was like, "Yeah." Why? And they're like, "You're a little sweaty." I'm like, "Well, that could be a combination of things. I'm a little fat, so there's one. But I also just killed these spicy almonds." And they're like, "Why would you do that?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm going to buy some more and do it again. They were tasty."
Hey, look, fishing with Brant said he wants to do it with you together.
Hey, man. How about I'm planning on doing lives every other week because, you know, as I'm sure most people here do realize, I do a whole lot of, every other week I'll post a video. And between those weeks, you know, going live, I would love that. I think that'd be sweet.
It's a good way to kind of stay consistent with the viewers, bro. And it's one thing, you know, that I know I really lack on and stuff like that. But again, bro, you know, I like fishing. I love it. I don't want to turn it into a job. I don't want to turn it into a chore, you know, and there's times where I go out and I don't even film. Like I just want to fish.
Not me. You know? I film every time, but you know me, I'm really nitpicky, and I don't want to put, you know, a product out there that I'm not proud of. And that's a pride thing, and I need to get over that. But I don't know. I think that's why sometimes I don't post, but sometimes I'm just not fishing either. You know, with my whole car situation, I would have to walk. Not even close. I'd have to walk a very long distance just to get some fishing in. So, I mean, sometimes life just happens, and, you know, I don't know. I think that's where it'd be beneficial to be able to do lives every other week. I don't know if you guys are down with that. I'm down with that. You know, and I'll have different guests on here. I know Vault's Fly Cook. He's a buddy of mine, and we want to try doing some live fly tying sessions. I almost said tie flying. I don't know if that's a hobby. Yeah, I don't know if anybody flies ties, but I definitely tie a fly or two. And then I work with this other guy. His name's Rick. I call him the Fly Guru.
That's gotcha.
He's been tying longer than I've been alive. So you can only imagine he's been fly fishing. Hey, you nasty. Hold on. Let me censor that dog over there. Being all gross. There we go. Licking himself.
Hey, as long as you don't pull out the rocket, bro.
Yeah, right.
You don't pull out the rocket, we're good.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, Rick. And he actually, so he's going fishing at Cumberland River here pretty soon. And he gets interviewed by ESPN about fly fishing. And so he's taking out one of the commentators for ESPN, and they're going to do a special on it. So, I mean, I want to interview him on the channel and tie with him as well. So there's going to be a whole lot of really cool guests on here that I want to do live. And obviously that's just the local people. Yeah. Right now, you and I are on opposite ends of the country, and it's still working out. So, I mean, I would love to just invite subscribers on here. Sometimes we don't even have to talk about fishing, even though that's a little weird for me. Fishing's my life. But, I mean, there's all some cool stuff out there.
Speaking of fly tying, bro, and guides like that, I'm trying to get hooked up with Todd. I don't know if we're gonna do a live because of where he's at. I don't know how good the internet quality is up there, so I may not be able to make it live, but I'd really, really want to. But I'm working on making at least a video with Todd. And if you guys watch my restocking Rowdy Trout Ranch, if you watch Family Fun Day at the ranch. Those are two videos of the gentleman that I'm talking about. I think in restocking, you see a lot more of them, which is Todd. He's a fly guy. He's been doing it for, I don't know, since the 70s. So he's been doing it a while. But I talked to him last time I was up there when I was fishing. I talked to him about doing a fly video, and he said he was all for it. So he was all for it.
What is the best bass you have ever caught? Let's see. To answer that, Rawko knows this. I don't ever bring a scale. I don't ever bring a ruler. And it's
me. I don't ever bring a net.
I always have a net. So my thing is
got a net.
Yeah, and it's not that I'm against it. To me, I like carrying as little as possible. I know scales and all that stuff, they don't weigh all that much. But another thing too is I know that's going to be a distraction. And even if I brought it with me, I'm forgetful. I'm not going to use it. Even if I have that monster, I'll be digging through my bag and it's like, oh, I left it at the counter at Walmart. Yeah. So I just know I'd never bring it with me. Shoot, if I were to guesstimate, Rawko, how big do you think that bass was?
Which one?
You were with me. The one that was at Centennial where I told you to cast at that log.
How long or how heavy?
He was long and he was kind of fat. I know he wasn't. Gosh, I'd probably say he was just over 6.
Give me a second. I might still have it. Because, man, dude, I'll be looking through some of my videos and I'll be looking through some of my footage that I have on here, bro. I got so much footage of us that we never put out, bro. I mean, that one, I love that one because I still got the one with the boot and we were waiting. I had just got you those waders and I think they were a little bit too small. And they're a little uncomfortable, so you wore your boots, and we waded across the river.
Yeah.
And we got to the other side, and you just pull off your boot, and you're like, yeah, it just poured out all that water, bro. I still got that, bro. So
yeah.
I still might have some good pictures. Maybe a messaging. And I think I got that one. Oh, don't tell me.
But to further answer that, River Warrior, the first 25 years of my fishing experience was not chasing trout. Being from Colorado, I'm chasing bass. Being from Colorado, the majority of what you caught was going to be trout anyways. I don't know. Maybe I'll start bringing a scale with me.
I want to say this is it, bro.
That might be it. Yeah, nothing huge, but for Colorado, that's a pretty good bass.
So I want to say that's it. That's the one with the log, I think.
That might be it.
I can't remember, but I think.
Wait, hold on. Post that back up. I could tell from the background if that was cottonwood or if that
I
was.
think it was, bro, because the picture right before it
Is that Centennial or cottonwood?
No, that's Centennial.
Okay, because I'm always wearing that Ninja Turtle
right
shirt.
before it, remember that one? That was the one that I caught out of the Platte River.
Oh yeah,
We went to Centennial, and then we went over to Centennial, and you ended up catching that bass. I'm telling you, bro, I got so many good pics of like you and me and us and just crazy ones, bro.
Here's a good one, Rawko. What is your worst nightmare while fishing for bass? Worst nightmare while fishing for bass? I caught a bird once. That was not fun. Golly, that was. Trying to think if I had anything worse than that. I don't really have too many unfortunate situations, but that'd probably be one of the worst I had because it was one of those. I always forget their name. Those blackbirds that dive under the water and eat the bait fish.
I always call them blue herons, but I don't think they are.
No, they're not herons. But I caught a perch and I'm reeling that sucker in, and I see this bird just dive in the water. I'm like, oh, here we go. So I'm like I'm reeling in my reel as fast as I can, and those birds are caught. I forget, but he caught the fish, and not only did he catch the fish, but he caught a hook to the corner of his cheek. I don't think it's.
Hey, your literally boy, Bolt's Fly Cook. Welcome in. He says it's literally called the black duck.
No, I don't think it is. It's diving blackbird.
That would be my PB right there. I caught that one with my boy Cody from fishing downtown Denver. And that one actually, I'm pretty sure I got a video of that one. That would be my PB.
Cormorant. That's what they're called. A cormorant. I hooked onto one of those guys, and golly, caught him in the mouth. People were walking around the lake as I'm reeling in a big bird, and he comes onto the bank. I had a hop in the water. I'm choking this bird out so he wouldn't bite me. I had these pliers trying to pull the hook out of this bird's mouth, and people are just walking by like I try to catch the bird, and it's like, nah, but you guys can come down and help if you want. Nobody wanted to help because nobody wanted to get bit, and I'm in this water like to my knees trying to pull this hook out of there. That was not fun.
I think my worst favorite would be snapping turtle, bro. I was fishing over at Low Ponds. I don't know if you were with me. I think you were. I can't remember, but there was definitely a dead corpse.
That was me.
Snapping turtle. Remember that one? It got me 2
both
days
like,
in a row, bro.
Yeah, that thing was huge too.
2 days in a row. That thing was scary, bro. And I have a muskie. Hey, I definitely want to try that, Ted. Like they say at Terrio, that is the place that it happens.
Absolutely.
I think it's with Pike, bro. I think it's with Pike. Hey, I think you did explore.
By the way, sorry to interrupt, but I have something for you when you come into my work next. It's sitting on my computer. Just letting you know. When you come in, I got something for you.
My boy Mike says losing a 10-pounder, and I'm pretty sure he might have did that last time we were fishing at Rain because he had a good one. He had a good one, bro. He took it, but I don't know. According to him, his hooks were the wrong way or something. That's his story. He can stick to it, but
I mean, I've lost bigger bass than the one that you showed in that picture. And actually, Jesse, who's Vault's Fly Cook, I've lost a few big fish, and every time I fish with that guy, I lose some absolute donkeys. They're like pull and drag harder than I've ever had it, and I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be great, and then boom, they're gone.
You stick to your story, Mike. You stick to it.
Yeah.
Most expensive reel I got would probably be probably my bait caster. That would be my Tatula. I don't think the reel is expensive. The rod's cheap. So I don't know.
You have the HG, right? The Tatula HG.
I think so. I can't remember which one I got, but I know I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
You know, Mike's really your story 100%. All right, Mike. All right. No, Mike's really showed me, you know, he just kind of struggles because it's left hand. but he's definitely showing me, how lethal and deadly they can be, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
he be skipping that thing into the bushes. Watch this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, shoot. So for me to answer that question, that's really tough because I've been really blessed with some awesome people in my life. So most of my combos I did not buy. My most expensive one is probably the Orvis Clearwater that you hooked me up with.
Yeah, that was. You need
That
to
was a
send
nice
that
one.
back to me, dude. Todd told me send it back. Todd told me.
Hey, I will. I will. I will. You'll be getting one in the mail.
Better sooner than later, bro. I will get that rod fixed for you. I gotta get me and you. You remember my Reddington?
Yeah.
I broke it, bro. Me and
Nice.
Gunner
Good
were
job.
fly fishing, broke it, bro. And I got
Good
me a
job.
new I got me a TFO. It's pretty dope, but I like it for the money. The only thing I didn't like about it is it didn't come with the case, bro. So that's one of the things I didn't like. Now, what do you mean wild species? One that I want to put up on the wall for me?
No.
Definitely
Off the wall, like some weird species that most people don't say is a bucket list fish.
off the wall. I heard.
Off the wall.
I looked and I saw on the wall. I thought when I want to post up.
Bugs in the face.
Working
Off the wall.
on a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jesse, I know you and I have talked about this. Sturgeon is definitely one that I want to catch. I wouldn't necessarily say that's off the wall, though, because most people would love to catch a sturgeon.
I don't. For me, it's kind of hard because I really don't have
a freshwater American eel.
I mean, here I think my still on my bucket list that was kind of off the wall species, I would say, because of the size, would be a Laker, bro. A Laker out of Granby, or a peacock bass would be another one that I would love to catch. I mean, those things, I don't have them here, but if I had the money just to go pay and run to Florida and chase some peacock bass, I'm pretty sure Mike would be down and he would go with me, and we would definitely hook up on some peacock bass. But that would definitely be one that I would love to catch. But here local that I do have in my waters would probably be a huge Laker. I've seen some of the Lakers pulled out of turquoise, pulled out of
I've caught a Laker.
Granby, Grand Lake, all those lakes, all those higher elevation lakes are great ones to catch Lakers in. And so for me, I like to hook up on a big Laker. And the 2 times that I did, I ain't gonna lie, chicken duck. I was driving by myself up what pass is that? Berthoud. I was driving up Berthoud Pass, I think it is, up to Granby, bro, by myself. Getting sketchy, and I got scared. It was like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, by myself, and I was supposed to meet a couple buddies up there, and I just said, screw it, I'm turning around. So that was one of the times that I missed out. And then another time, I kind of chickened up because another buddy that Fishing Precision, he was supposed to go with me, and he's actually the whole reason why I bought my Tatua. It's kind of funny. Oh, dang, Fort Collins, man. You got me happy, Volta. I was like, you're in Fort Collins? It's hook up. But no, you go hook up with Bassquatch.
Hey, man. Uh-oh. What's going on here? What is this? The weather. The weather just popped up.
The other time, the other time that that I was supposed to go chase Lakers, it was supposed to be a Fishing Precision, and it just didn't pan out, and I never really got back up there to chase Lakers. I just never, like I said, it's out west. It's a 2-3 hour drive in the winter. It's a little hectic, especially with the skiers. You go on a Sunday, you're talking 2 hours to get there, 5 to get back on the same amount of highway. It's just nuts. It's infuriating, It's rough sometimes, but I mean, if you go out there and you slay them, hey, sometimes that 5-hour drive is worth it, So, but what other questions does the chat got?
Yeah, this is fun. I love answering your guys' questions.
Yeah, fill them up for sure.
By the way, Jesse,
I'm
not even going to ask you. I'm just going to decide next time I go to Colorado, you're coming with me. You got to meet Rawko. So I'll let you know when. Just take the time off. You don't gotta ask any questions. We're just gonna go. Brant, Florida is not too far from me. I think that'd be pretty sweet. I've always wanted to fish Florida too. Oh, there's some great species. It's not even the saltwater species I really want to chase.
Hey, Tad, elaborate on that rooster fish. I've never even heard of a rooster fish.
Oh man, check out a rooster fish.
I've never even heard of a rooster fish, bro. Like straight up. That sounds like way cool. He's in Tennessee, bro. He's in Tennessee fishing with Brent. I forget what part of Tennessee. I know he's like pretty close to Kentucky too. So, oh, look at you getting on camera sassy. I like that view better though. I think it looks more clear. It's not as fuzzy on my screen.
Let's see here.
No, but back to what I was saying. My favorite combo is definitely my Fluger combo, though. I don't know why. I just kind of liked it so much. I had to go buy another one, and then I broke my other one. So I still had the reel, and I put it, I think, on a Berkeley rod, and it's working out okay. So, man, I just didn't put them apart and all of them up. Hey, that's another thing that we could do, bro, because I've never done that, and that'd be pretty awesome. I don't see it a lot, and it might be pretty simple. It might not, but I got tons of reels laying around the house. They need some love, bro. I got some reels that I'm using that are getting a little too clicky, clacky. So maybe we could jump up on a live one day and do some real tuning and real oiling, bro. I think that might be a good idea for another live, bro, and just kind of explain what we're doing and maybe pick apart some and make 3 become one super duper one. I don't know.
Did you see that? I didn't tell you about the reel I just rebuilt. Let me grab it.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. Like I kind of just figured that out on the fly. See, that's
so this guy.
Hold on, show me again. I was reading the chat. I'm sorry. Show me again.
It's the tournament MP. So when I first got this guy, it was super dirty. Wasn't really reeling all that smooth. So I took it apart, replaced some of the parts, and this puppy is amazing now. Super amazing,
smooth, bro.
I need to throw it on a rod. So,
what are you thinking for it?
Ow. What do you mean? What kind of rod?
Yeah, what are you thinking?
I'm the lightning rod man. Okay. If I had it my way, and I don't know why I say that all the time because they're pretty cheap, but man, I love the lightning rod. Love the lightning rod.
All right.
But I think if I were to throw
Flugers, man, but I will say, bro, I'm not a fan of the push buttons like at all. But my cousin came to visit me a couple weeks ago, and we were gonna go fishing. But all he knows how to use is push buttons. So I went out and I bought him this little small. I think it's like a 5'6", maybe a 6 foot Abu Garcia push button rod. I love that little rod, bro.
Push button. What do you mean, like a spin caster?
Yeah, the closed face, is that what they call them? The closed face.
Yeah, some people
the little kid ones, you know what I'm saying?
So that's a spin caster.
Well, I don't know what they're called, man.
It's all good.
I just call it a push button. You push the button and it goes, bro. But
look at this natural.
I love that little rod, bro.
Show me, you know how.
Already with a bait caster in his hand, huh?
Yeah, no bird's nest, but that's because there's no line. I won't tell him. Sorry, kiddo. But yeah, I think rebuilding, I can show you how. That would be a fun live. I can show you how to rebuild and fine-tune a reel. The Tatula HG, I think you have a switch on the underside, which would be on your brake side. So on this side, for the Tatula HG, there should be a switch right here that'll open up this end cap. With Luz, right above the worm gear, right here, where is it? Right here. You pull this guy down, and that whole cap pops out of there. So you can oil her up. You could customize the brakes. So,
all right.
Most reels, I mean, I know the
bait caster, bro, and I'm still beginning with that. So like a kid rod, like Mike Jeek says, like a kid rod. Hey, you leave me and my kid rod alone, bro. We be catching fish.
Yeah. Like a kid rod. Well, Rocco's almost the same height as a kid, so it's perfect.
Watch it there. Dynamite comes in small packages.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Right? Yeah.
I don't know though. Yeah, I think that's actually what I got. I think it is a lightning.
Do you remember my rod?
Do you think the rod actually makes a big difference? Like for baiting and weighting, I think it does. But what difference do you think it makes on the shore fishing? Sorry about the audio, guys. I'm in the basement, so you might hear the pipes running, the water's running, or something. Somebody flushed the toilet.
What did you say? I'm sorry. There's my dog had blood on her leg. I didn't hear what you said.
Saying like how important do you think the rod is when you're bank fishing or when you're fishing? For baiting and weighting, I think it's a little bit more important. If you're out there yakking and stuff, I mean, is it really that important if you got a heavy rod, a light rod? I mean, what's your opinion on that? I'm still learning on everything, so.
So for me, if you're in a kayak, chances are you're not needing long distances, but you need some clearance. So a shorter rod makes sense there. But depending on what you're throwing, sometimes you'll want like a light action, sometimes a medium light. Like for me, catfishing, this is going to sound crazy. But with catfishing, if I'm using cut bait, I'll go with like a medium, not even medium heavy. I'll go with a medium because usually I'm fishing with like a circle or a cali hook, and having that medium action gives the fish more time to actually take the entire hook in their mouth.
And I think that's kind of what Mike G's saying, what my boy Mike is saying. It's a huge difference for setting the hook, which I didn't even think about, and it makes a lot of sense. You know, a stronger rod or a stiffer rod is going to set the hook a little bit better than, you know, just a light action rod. So that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. One, also, are you skipping and pitching a whole lot? You're going to need a different rod with a different action, different length. And actually the length with skipping and pitching could be different depending on how tall you are. Because you want the rod tip very close to the water, not necessarily like you want it very, very close to the water. And obviously, with me being taller than you, my 45-degree angle cast, I'm going to need a longer rod than you would. It's just like golf clubs. So it's your own height, depending on how you're casting, could make a difference. But it's also going to depend on techniques. And also what kind of hooks you have on there. Treble hooks, they require a lot less pressure in order to penetrate the fish's mouth. So you don't necessarily need a super heavy action rod because you don't need a whole lot of power to actually penetrate the mouth.
Okay.
I mean, toy with it, man. Your technique's different than mine. So what may work for me won't necessarily work for you because, you know, you've seen me at the drop shot. Sometimes I'll be very, very slow with my twitches and sometimes I'll be very fast. But for me, the rod I'm using for that technique, I'm using it for the sensitivity. I'm not really using it for the power or the action or anything like that. Okay. It's mostly for the sensitivity. And the lightning rod, for its price, you know, you throw some braid on there and you have tungsten weights, you're getting a lot of sensitivity.
All right. Now, Ted brings up a good point. You know, there's a different rod for every technique and the right tool for the right job. Hey, I could 100% agree with that right there. Being a mechanic, you're absolutely right. Get the right tool for the right job. So I'm just still exploring with I guess, you know, how I like to fish and stuff like that. So, you know, all the input on that stuff is definitely welcome and stuff like that. Now, how does it matter the reel combo, do you think, as well? Is the reel to rod combo going to matter, or what do you think?
Yes, I think a lot less than people think, but it is important. For instance, with, you know, your reel, you're going to have there's a line capacity on a reel, just like there is on a rod. And part of, if you have line that's too heavy for a rod, that can actually snap the rod when you make a cast. Now, if you have line that's too light for the rod, the line's going to snap. So the reel, you kind of want it to match the rod in that sense. Not only that, but if you're like fishing a crankbait with a tight wobble and you want to reel it in really fast, that the gear ratio is going to be pretty important. As you know, you're going to want a rod to match that gear ratio as well. So there's a lot of factors, but that's why I like building rods for people depending on what their application is. Whenever people come in, they're like, "Hey, I'm looking for a rod and reel." I'll always ask them, "Okay, well, first I need to know what kind of bait you're throwing, and secondly, I need to know primarily what species are you going for, because from there I can really narrow it down to what's actually going to work for you, as opposed to, you know, some people go in there and they're like, I want I want the Mojo Bass with Lose Pro TI. That's a $600 outfit. So it's some people just want to spend money, and most of the time, unfortunately, it's the people who are really just getting into bass tournament fishing. They don't want to be that guy embarrassed with a cheap outfit. Yeah, yeah. And I
Hey,
see that
bro,
a lot.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. My buddy Blazer was telling me about that the other day, and might be out of my league on this one, bro. He's like, yeah, dude, you gotta check it out on Facebook. These guys got like 2 screens. He's like, they're fishing in their pedal kayaks and they're doing this, and I'm like, are you talking about the same dudes I'm gonna be fishing with in these tournaments I joined? And he's like, yeah.
Yep.
Dang.
Definitely those guys.
Like, well, I'm gonna make my little Garmin fish finder work, and I'm gonna at least try to get 2 of them in. I already paid my dues and stuff like that. So
thanks, Ted.
Yeah, Ted's giving you a lot of props. He says you know your stuff, and that's one of the reasons why I miss you and why I should have picked your brain a little bit more while you were out here. But
yeah,
it was crazy because we were always fishing, but we never actually like talked about it, got into it, or like went shopping with each other for stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I think we did once, but not on purpose.
Maybe
it was when I got those frog togs from you.
I think
we're
so.
like,
Yeah,
hey, let's just go to
Walmart. I think, yeah. No,
but that wasn't planned. Meeting up for the frog togs, that was planned, but shopping together, it's pretty. I don't know. I think I very obviously in public put myself off as a fisherman, and my wife hates it because we'll go to Walmart, and this is before I was working at a tackle shop. I'd go into Walmart shopping for my own fishing stuff, and I could not get any shopping in because people would constantly come up to me and ask me questions. And it's like, there's employees here, you could ask them questions too. But now that's me. I'm that person at the store. Seek me out. I'm more than happy to help you out. So I don't know. It's crazy. I'm not allowed to with the family unless we're at a tackle shop. I'm not allowed to go to the fishing departments because I won't be able to do any of my shopping, and people won't leave me alone. So I won't be able to accomplish any of that. But I think it's kind of cool.
No, that's what's up. That's probably me in the fly shop, bro. Because I'm always, me and Trouts, bro. Spend so much money in there. I go in there and I don't even really need nothing. I just want to go in there and browse, bro. And I just be looking around at some of their flies and stuff. But that place is awesome. I don't know if you've ever been there. I don't know if you ever went there, but Trouts is awesome, bro. And I guess, that kind of makes sense with the rods and reels because with fly fishing, there's a huge difference between your 7-foot rod and your 9-foot rod. Huge difference with everything that you do with those 2 rods. You can have the exact same everything, throw on the exact same thing with the exact same weight, exact same length. 7-foot rod is not going to cast as far as that 9-foot rod, and you're going to have to put more oomph into it. You're not
and the bending
as far or as well with the 7-foot rod. But I absolutely love my 7-foot rod for little streams and little creeks. So, So you guys are kind of right. That's the stuff that I never really think about any of that when I go shopping for stuff. I just kind of what feels good in my hand, and then I just kind of pay attention to the tip. And other than that, I give it no second thought of what I'm matching to my reel, what I'm matching to my rod. I will tell you if I'm throwing line on, it's going to be 6-pound braid. So
yeah,
it'll be spider wire 6-pound braid or 6-pound. What do I usually mono? I think it is, but. I never really put any thought to it. So you guys are kind of opening my mind to kind of expand and start looking into different stuff when I'm out shopping and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, braid's a little different too. So your line capacity, it's that's more diameter when it comes to braid. So if you're throwing,
I'm learning how to explore with that too. Like I said, I just got that bait caster or whatever, and I put braid on it right away. And slowly but surely, I've been learning little tricks with it here and there, and I've been messing with it and stuff. So I'm hoping to actually really get good at it and start catching some fish with it, So
yeah.
But again, I got the Tatula, and the whole reason why I got it is because we were supposed to go chase Lakers. And Fishing Precision was supposed to give me a Laker rod, but we never ended up hooking up. And I kind of got stuck with the with the bait caster. So I said, instead of, you know, returning it or whatever, let's learn a new technique. Let's expand my horizons a little bit. And I went ahead and started exploring with it, and I'm actually liking it. But again, I gave it no second thought when I went to go buy the rod. I just kind of looked at them, said, all right, figured out that, you know, there's actually a special rod for bait casters. I didn't know that either. You know, bait casters, the rods are a little bit different. So I had to pick one out, and I think it was a lightning that I ended up picking out for it. I think it's an orange one.
Oh, the lightning shock.
I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's out in the Jimmy. I just don't want to run out there and go grab it. But.
Yeah, that's a shock. Hey, I want to show you something. Just because it's sitting right next to me. This is one of the flies I tied for you.
Bro, that's like a Griffith's gnat right there, bro.
Yeah, so I hope you're ready. Hope you're ready for when we're tying up.
I'm gonna be right back. And no, I ain't ready. The only thing I'm good at right now is my gummies. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna put you guys on mute and stuff.
What are you doing? All right.
What happened?
He's gonna be right back.
What is he doing?
I don't know. I think he's gonna go grab some flies.
Look, Daddy.
Yeah. All right. Let's see who else is in here. Bacuril with mono. Yeah. You want to put some backing on there, or tape. Tape works pretty good too. But I'm more of a backing guy. It also fills up the spool and saves me some money on some braid. But it's also like, for me, if you have a braid ready spool, I usually don't mess with the backing. Definitely helps out though, and I only put the, let's see, unless you got a joke, to the braid directly to the reel. Oh yeah. I don't know, braid. I only use braid for the sensitivity. I know a lot of people use it for the strength. I'm more of I use it for sensitivity. So I don't go too crazy with braid, and I've only got it on like my finesse rigs. I don't have any of my bait casters with braid on it. And it's mostly just because I'm not using that kind of, you know, I think if I was throwing frogs more, I'd use braid. If I had to worry about what sort of structure's in the water, I'd use a whole lot more braid, but I haven't had to use it. So I kind of don't mess with it. I have plenty of spools of it, but I don't know. To me, I love fluoro. I'm a P-line guy, true and true. Yeah. P-line's my go-to, especially for fluoro. Although I'm kind of experimenting with other types of fluoro as well, because I mean there's a lot of good fluoro. There's a really good way to make really bad fluoro, but most companies, you know, it's 2022. Most of them are pretty caught up in the game. Really, they're selling to the fishermen. What you got, Rawko?
So I've been trying to prepare, but I got this bad boy.
Tying nymphs. Ooh. I dig it.
So I've been trying to kind of thumb through it, and it actually has some great ones in here, bro. When you brought up that one, it reminded me of a couple that are in here. But it's pretty dope, bro. It actually, like, it'll give you the picture of it.
Yeah.
And then it gives you a step-by-step, basically. And how to tie it and stuff. So I'm gonna try to utilize this a little bit more and see if I can get a little bit better at tying some stuff. But this is.
Well, my advice too is don't be. There you go. Don't be afraid to be too adventurous with it too.
And that this is actually my first chubby, and the one that I really, really like. And that's the one that I'm gonna actually be sending to you.
Nice.
And then this one, this is another one. I gotta retie up your gummies because I think I'm just gonna break down and go ahead and buy the UV light for the stuff that I got. Because for some reason, everything that I've tried as far as super glue or sealants or whatever like that, it just eats up the gummy worms. Yeah, just looking at the gummy worms that I already tied for you, and the middle's just all ate up. So I don't know if I'm gonna have to find something new. I'm gonna have to try something new. But this one was pretty cool. This one actually came out pretty cool, and this was a little leech pattern that I made for you.
Yeah. With a rabbit, or is that squirrel?
What's that?
Is that rabbit or squirrel?
I think it was rabbit. And then you got some peacock in there.
Yeah.
There's some peacock feather, and I did it with some red dubbing, I think, in there too. So that one I was actually kind of pretty proud of. The only thing I didn't like was the bead head that I used on there. I didn't like that one. I wanted the cone head, but
I tied you a beadhead prince.
See, that's what I'm talking about, bro. You're getting way good at them, bro.
Yeah, the only thing.
Even have a book, bro. I got a book, and I'm still not as good as you, man.
See, but I don't know. It's fun. It's fun. There's a lot of room for improvement, you know. So that's why we practice. And I think if I were to tie a beadhead prince right now, it would be a big improvement on that one.
Yeah.
But I think it'd still fish just fine, you know.
I mean, that's what I think. I went to I was fishing the Big T not too long ago, and again, typical Rawko Taco either forgets the GoPro or forgets the battery or forgets something. Yeah, a lot of things have been eating up that rubber. I can't figure it out, Ted. I can't figure out what's gonna be good to hold them up, or maybe I just got to get a hell of a lot better at my whip finish. I don't know. But I was fishing over at the Big T not too long ago, and I thought of something which is a good thing to keep in mind. I don't know if you've ever thought of this with gummy worms. If you're fishing in like a river or a stream, it's better to throw a two-tail gummy worm. And what I mean by that is a tail hanging off the hook side and the eye side.
Yeah.
And if you're in still water, it's better to throw a single tail coming out of the hook side. I never really thought about that. But it's going to look more natural to the fish. It's something that last time I was fishing up, actually, when I made the video of restocking the ponds, Todd told me about that. He goes, here, throw the single tail one. It's going to look better in the water. So I kept that in mind when I was up in the Big T, and I started looking through all my gummies that I tied, and I found this purple one, bro. It was a sick little purple one. It was one of my favorite ones that I tied, and I even think it was one of the ones that I tied on Ted's tie that day, and it was one of my favorite ones that I tied that day, and I actually found it, and I threw that one in there, bro, and sure enough, man, I ended up getting 3 off of those, so it was pretty awesome, bro. I mean, to catch a fish on something that you tie or something that you make, it's something epic. And I mean, I was watching, by the way, Ted, I hope Carly's doing okay. I wasn't able to actually see what happened or stay in the chat and stuff like that because I was at work, but I know she got burned earlier in the chat, I think, with some plastics. And man, you're kind of influencing me to almost jump right into tube jigs, and it hurts my little heart because I'm going to jump into tube jigs, and I haven't even perfected time flies yet, you know. And it's crazy how you guys kind of influence, and I go so much into time flies or into making tube jigs, but man, it's a crazy world, and consistency is the way to get better at it. And it's crazy, bro. Like I said, I think I want to start doing jigs now, bro. I really do. You know how I am with the hog stickers. Let's make up some Rawko Taco ones, you know. So
yeah.
But I enjoy the fly tying, bro. I don't know. I'm wondering if it's a little too tedious for me.
I really enjoy using things that you wouldn't normally use. I think I sent you a picture of that grub that I tied that was made out of a hospital glove.
Bro, that white one looked dope, bro. It looked just like a
that was a glove.
The what is it? The mealworm, not the mealworm, the waxworm, bro. Looked just like a little waxworm, bro.
Yeah, that was made out of a glove. I've done some wing casings that were tied out of wrapping paper. Yeah, some of the, not the paper wrapping paper, but the stuff that really hurts your eyes when you look at it. Yeah, I've been making some wing casings out of that. So I mean, I'm trying to use all sorts of not your typical items. I've done a lot of bodies with embossing thread instead of your normal tying thread, which you could just buy at any craft store. Yeah. So there's all sorts of fun ways to do it.
No, now that you bring up the wrapping paper, a good thing I think you could probably use too is like the little ribbon or whatever. If you like kind of shred it, it would be the ribbon, I guess. You know, the Christmas ribbon that you kind of make bows out of. If you would like kind of shred it, you could probably use that to attract some fish, as some tails and stuff like that. But
they have. So at the Dollar Tree you can buy these like baby shower gift bags. I forget what that material is called.
That's good to hear, Ted. That's good to hear. I'm glad that she's okay.
What is it called?
The woolly
It's
booger.
this like lacy material. I forget what it's called. But that makes really good, material for tying. And if you have a stencil, like a wood stencil that you can burn it with, you can make perfect wing shapes every single time. Because what you do is you trap the material in there and you burn what's around it, and then what you're left with was the stuff that didn't get burnt, always in the same shape. Gosh, what is it called? That's gonna drive me nuts.
Woolly boogers are good, man. I think that's what he's saying. It says woolly bigger, but I think it's a woolly booger. Woolly boogers are dangerous, bro. I wish I knew how to fish them. I don't know with my fly rod. I don't know if it's the weight or what it is, but I just don't like throwing heavy stuff. I don't know. I love throwing light stuff, and I'm actually getting better at my double haul where I can get it further out. Heavy stuff with me, I don't know. It's just too heavy at the end of my rod. I don't like it. I want to chuck it out there when I throw that weight on there. I just want to regular spin cast it and just, throw it out and get it out there.
Yeah, woolly boogers are they're fun, and they're easy to modify too. Like that Bronco bugger. I know a lot of people do marabou on the tail. I didn't do marabou, so my tail is totally different. And the hackle, I did use hackle, but I didn't use your traditional hackle colors either because I wanted it. It's more of a show fly. But I don't know. Buggers are pretty sweet, and Saran wrap for wings. I haven't tried that, but hey, I'll give it a shot. That'd be pretty sweet.
Not cheating. It's crazy, bro.
What's up, Cody? How you doing, man?
What up, Cody? Hey, man, I was telling a whole bunch of people on how you got me on that worm on a jig head earlier, bro. I don't know if you
were just talking about you.
Yeah, man. But I mean, it's crazy all the different all the different things that you could do with the fly tying. It's crazy. On this one, I actually got a kit, and I don't know if you could tell. The yellow one came in a kit that I bought, and it was already pre-cut. The black one down there is one that I actually cut with the dies that I bought for the woolly boogers, and I actually super glued them together. But I was all mad about it because it didn't come out like the one on the picture. And then I kind of read the thing. I kind of read the thing and stuff.
All good things, man. All good things.
It was saying that use your imagination on whatever you want to do. So I untied it and I just kind of started looking at it and just started using my imagination. And bro, it actually came out pretty good. Like, I'm actually pretty happy about this one, bro.
Yeah, I would throw it.
Like, I wanted to throw it, and then I was like, no, I gotta leave it for Bassquatch. But I don't even know if you're gonna be able to throw it because I mean, I'm not that good, and I'm still learning how to get around my head. So on the hook guy, it's not gonna be very easy to tie up. But hopefully you can, and hopefully I can get better at it and stuff. So, but I don't know. I have a lot of fun of it. I have a lot of fun with it, man. Right on, Cody, man. You're gonna have to get up here with us one of these days. One of these days, get used to the live, bro. I know it's a little sketch. I know it's a little crazy, but once you settle in, bro, it's not that bad, bro. And I actually found out how to read the chat and stuff like that. So, but I mean, with the flyers, bro, it's crazy, bro. And like I said, I don't know. I was thinking about it today. I'm really thinking about getting me some dies, bro. I was watching Ted on his channel, and I was just like, some worms and some jig heads. Making some glitter jig heads, I've really been thinking about jumping into tube jigs and stuff like that, or maybe even worms and stuff like that. But at the same time, I haven't even perfected fly tying, so why jump into another hobby that I'm not going to perfect? So I gotta kind of slow down and think about it a little bit.
Not about perfection, man. I got a saying I like to say all the time: it's progress over perfection.
That is true, but you can't make no progress if you don't spend no time tying flies, and that's my problem right there. You know what I'm saying? I don't spend no time. I don't spend no time flying or tying my flies. And right on, man. They have came a long way, and I'm still exploring with them. I haven't tied a fly in a while, but Bro,
Do I
life,
have any
life
mist sitting in here?
gets us. You know, you want to work out, you want to go fish, you want to throw the kayak in the water, and sometimes it just gets the best of you, and you just want to lay down and say, "Screw it all today. I've had enough." You know, so. But I definitely want to start something new, man. I don't know. Like I said, I want to start making my own tubes. I think, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's very hard. I don't. It don't look very hard. But also, there is a lot of people out there making them. So what's gonna set me different? You know, with flies, I think that's the awesome part about flies, bro, is that there's so many variations of the same fly, bro. You
Yeah.
got so many different, you know, copper johns, or so many different rainbow warriors, if you want to call them. You got so many variations from so many different people, and it's crazy because they all work. You know, they all work in different ways and different techniques. You know. Okay,
There you go.
right on, Ted, right on. Hey, Ted, do they sell jigs like for jig heads where you could automatically put the weight in there, or is that something that you would have to put in yourself? If that makes sense.
To make the jig head?
Yeah, like do they make a mold where you would actually put the jig head and the hook inside, inject the plastic, and the tube jig would mold itself around the tube jig or around the weight, if you get what I'm saying. So that way you could sell them pre-sold. Does that make sense?
Can you see that toy?
I do see the toy.
How?
Hey, Mike
my
G,
head.
if you check out Off the Hook Outdoors channel, bro, he makes them all the time, bro.
It's the screen.
And he makes some pretty dope ones, bro.
Wait.
He is great. He entertains himself very well. I don't know where his shirt went. It's
Do it molds. Is that what they're? Oh, do it molds, not forward molds. Okay. No, but I'm thinking about it, bro. I mean, I don't know. You know how much I love my tube jigs, bro. You know how much I love my tube jigs, bro. Usually,
Yeah.
I mean, for a while, that was like the first, the last, and the only thing I would throw was tube jigs, and it would basically be hog stickers, and it
They
would
can
be
see you.
green.
They can see you.
But not Ted, if you could find them, or if you know if they sell them, where I could actually buy me my own, or even make my own jig heads, and actually try to make them where I don't have to install the jig head after I make the plastic. That would be like super dope.
I like to find some of you can shoot plastic around the lead.
Okay, no, I think he means if I can find some. I like to find some if you can shoot plastic around.
You melt the lead and pour it around the hook. So I've seen some of the molds too where you have the hook, you place it on the mold, and there's a spot specifically for the jig head, and you pour the lead into the mold, and it doesn't go where the hook's at, it just goes into where that slot's at. But there's a spot specifically made to hold.
That spot is going off back there.
So you're still talking about leads, but if you're talking about plastic around the lead, I also have never seen that before.
Let me go grab my hog stickers real quick, and I'll show you what I mean. Because I really want to know how he gets these bad boys like super perfect. Is there a mold that he uses to shoot these, or is he just super good at putting his jig heads in them? Because to me, it looks like he actually made the mold around the actual jig head. But give me a second. I gotta go dig them out of the Jimmy. So give me 1 minuto.
Out of the
I will be back.
Let's see. Yeah, no, I think I don't know. To me, it sounds like he may be gluing or some sort of adhesive from the plastic to the lead. I'm not sure what he's talking about though. Buy the hook and pour the lead onto the hook to make the jig head, then make your plastic to put on the jig. That's what I was assuming too. You kind of make them fit pretty well together. That way they're snug. And I think if you put adhesive on there or some sort of glue, should hold the plastic on there. I think that's what Rocco's talking about. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I've seen the hog stickers before, and I've only, gosh, it's been a while since I've used them, so I have no idea what he may be talking about. Yeah, he does look like me. He's not as hairy, but he'll get there. Um, and he is funny. He's very funny. His volume it fluctuates. Sometimes his volume's pretty mindful. Sometimes it's not. But he's a cool kid. He's a really cool kid. That's part of the reason why I like taking him fishing, because when it's slow, he is tons of entertainment. He's a cool kid. He likes fishing. He entertains himself really well. I don't know where he went though. He's gone, done, disappeared.
I'm back.
All
So,
right.
so these are my little hog stickers I'm talking about. Just little old tube jigs. So is what I'm wondering, does he just pour the plastic and then insert the tube jigs himself? Or the jig heads, I guess? Quick, dirt. Come here. Come on.
Yeah. So we were talking while you were grabbing him, Rocco, and I think what he's doing is he's making the tube itself first.
And then just putting the jig head in himself.
Yep.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure he's gluing it. If it's a really firm hold. But the thing with tube jigs and tube jig heads is they're a really snug fit as it is. So if you get the jig head in there, and he's probably got tons of experience with it, if he's also adding glue, that's probably where the tight fit's coming. But I don't think he's pouring the plastic over the lead.
Okay, because that was my question, if that's the way he's doing it, because I mean, I'm not too good at getting my jig head right. So if I'm gonna have to put them in myself to sell them ready to throw, that's something that I'm definitely gonna have to think about. And that's why I was definitely asking about it before I jump into something where I can't find the molds that I'm looking for, because they don't even make the molds that I'm looking for, you know?
Yeah. Well, I guess there's two ways of going about that. You can either sell them pre-rigged and charge a little bit more if you're trying to sell them, or you make the leads and the jigs separately. And then that way, if people just need the plastics and they have plenty of jigs, they can just get the plastics and they don't need to sit on all those extra jigs, and vice versa. Plus, I think that way, if this is going to sound super greedy, but it's kind of the way businesses work. You know, you have them pre-rigged at one price, and if you take that number and divide it by 2 and then add a couple dollars and sell the jigs and the jig heads at that price, you actually make more from selling them individually as opposed to as a combination.
I could see that.
Yeah, that, as greedy as it sounds, but I assume that's the way, you know, a lot of people do run it. But a lot of people could care less about the money, and it's about the passion. So I couldn't speak to it. I don't sell anything. So
No, 'cause I mean, I love his products, bro. And just to give you guys some of a look at some of his stuff, because like I said, I love his stuff, and I've always thought, you know, he just makes them like that.
Hey,
but, yo,
no, so my cat's trying to take my headphones.
and again, they're just tube jigs, but dude, I don't know what it is about them. I love them. I throw them all the time. This one right here, this is my bass catcher right here. I don't know what it is about this pink, but bass tend to love that little guy.
Mm-hmm.
Crappie love this one too. My other one that's a crappie killer, I probably don't even have, because it's just one of the most popular ones. It's one of those ones that I could throw for anything and hit for anything. Now, I don't have that one. This one's similar, but he has like a chartreuse green one, and that one just kills almost about everything. But this is another one of my favorites, is green and red flake right here.
Yeah, so the one time, well, not one time, but the few times I was with you with those hog stickers, I noticed the plastic feels very different than your traditional tube jig. I don't know what sort of formula he has for it, but his tubes definitely feel different than, you know, something you'd find through like Strike King KVD or even the trophy series. The
And
plastic he uses feels different.
that's a good point that you bring up because I was talking to my buddy, Fishing Precision, and he makes his own stuff too. He was telling me that he had just bought a new plastic. He had just bought a new plastic setup or a new plastic powder or whatever that he really wanted me to try. And I never really thought about it, but yeah, he did tell me these ones are the new ones, these ones are the old ones. Put them side to side, and if you watch, I think it's the Visions of Fishing Precisions on my video. You could actually see the buoyancy, and you could hear us talking about the way that they floated different, the way that they felt a little bit different, which was a little bit weird. But you bring a good point to that. That's another thing that I never really thought of is the product that that I want to look into, or what I'm going to be doing, how I'm going to be tying, because I'm pretty sure you might want to use a different plastic for if you're going something for like salt or something like that. You know, I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure Ted will tell you that there's a whole bunch of different plastics you could choose from, and some's going to react to certain stuff a little bit different. So
Yeah, well, and I think there's additives you can put in there to make it float or sink differently. I think I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure you can add stuff to the plastic to make it float, and then you can add stuff to that same plastic to make it sink at a faster rate or suspend, if you will. I think there's all sorts of different additives you can add to plastics, and the plastic formula could change, and even the colors. Even if you and somebody else are using the same color, you could change it a little bit. There's a lot of flexibility with plastics, I would assume. I've never made a plastic before, but I think there's
it, bro. And off the, you know, and Ted brings up another good point that I didn't even think about. You got to cut the skirts, which is that's a lot of work, bro. I think I would have stick to fly tie.
Yeah.
I'm dangerous. I don't know if you know, but I got one there, and then that one's still healing. So you know what I'm saying. Me and sharp objects do not get along.
Golly.
And, yeah, me and Cody fishing downtown Denver. He knows about those bad boys. Ice fishing, bro. Them things are phenomenal jigging, bro. Phenomenal jigging, and I'm surprised I haven't thrown those more from the yak, bro. I really am, bro. Or the LJ. I really haven't jigged those from the LJ much either, which really, really surprises me because a lot of Josh Turner's stuff over on his over on the app. Well, I don't know if he's as current or whatever now, if he's still posted, but I know a lot of his stuff was coming off of a boat, and his main advice with the hog sticker was real slow jig soft. And a lot of his stuff was in spiny, bro, and he was pulling out absolute monsters from there in the dream stream off those tube jigs. So I'm surprised. Like I said, I'm surprised I haven't been throwing them more, but I absolutely love my tube jigs, bro. I absolutely love my tube jigs. You know, and then I think additive and a sinking additive.
Mm-hmm. And if you have like an elastic plastic like the Z-Man Elastec, if you have salt in there, another trick you can do is you could stretch it out and that pulls some of the salt out if you want to make a sinking bait float more. You could stretch it and pull that salt out of there.
I thought salt made it float.
No, it's going to make it sink.
Oh.
It's just like, you know, when you have a sore throat and you're putting salt in your water and it all sinks to the bottom, so you got to stir it and then chug it. It's the same thing. So salt's going to sink.
You're so
more dense.
Smart, bro. You're so smart. I don't even know if you're right, but that just blew my mind.
Try it right now. Go get a cup of water, fill with water, and then salt.
I can already see it. That's what I was like, wow.
Yeah. That's actually something I do with robo worms, because there's a lot of salt in robo worms. If the fish really aren't biting, I'll stretch it a little bit, and you'll see the salt come right out of there, and I'll rub the salt off, and I'll toss it back out there, and it's going to float a little bit more. So when I'm twitching it, it's going to have a totally different action.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, that makes sense, bro. That's crazy. See, that's crazy, bro. There's so many things that I haven't even explored yet in the fishing world, bro. Like even with the tie flying, with the making baits, still learning about how stuff makes it.
Yes, they are.
How, you know, just little stuff like that on how salts and additives make your tube jig, the same tube jig, float or sink just a little bit different. You know, that's crazy.
Well, and if you go to like the KVD or Strike King tube jigs, if you notice, those things are loaded with salt. If you put a jig head on those guys and, I don't know, you eat afterwards, you could taste the salt on your fingers. There's a ton of salt in those tube jigs. But the idea with those two jigs is to sink down, and you almost fish them like a jerk bait. Give them really strong, like I was showing you when we were fishing that one time.
Yeah.
That one time.
Been many.
But I was really whipping that rod around because that salt made it sink a whole lot more. It's crazy. Baits are just absolutely wild, man.
What's your favorite to throw nowadays?
That's a silly question. You already know the answer. Yeah, the robo worm. I'm always throwing the robo worm.
Still, has your color changed or no?
Nope.
Nope.
Occasionally I'll do sexy shad. That's my favorite to throw, but I've been throwing a lot of like suspending jerk baits this time of year. Let's see. I really do like walking the dog with some topwater, man.
Okay. I haven't done a lot of topwater this year.
No, it's tons of fun. And you'd be surprised, man. I've thrown some like impressive size jerk or spooks topwater, and I've caught some pumpkin seeds, little pumpkin seed sunfish hitting on topwater baits that are bigger than they are.
Oh, dude, for fly fishing, if you throw those bass poppers on them, bro. Oh, panfish love them, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Panfish love them. Cody, I don't know if you know this, but I found them over at Sportsman's, bro. They have those creme worms and 6-inchers, bro. I thought they were a little obnoxious when I first got them and when I first started throwing them. Nah, bro, they catch bass, bro. They catch bass. I caught one over at Rain the other day, bro. What do you mean you don't get robos there, bro?
We got to change that. Hey, one of these times when we do giveaways, guess what's going in there?
Bro, I'm about to go grab my stack of robos and ask the dude which one you want because I know I got plenty that are brand new.
Yeah. That's I like robo worms. I've tried all sorts of different types of drop shots. And I've had success with a whole lot of them, but I've never had more success than I have with robo worms. And that goes all the way back to the confidence thing. I'm confident with the robo worm, so it works for me. But some people are like, oh yeah, drop shot, I do half shell. And they'll do just as well as I do on a half shell, but they can't do it with the robo worm. So a lot of that's confidence. And a lot of the baits you're buying or, what people are buying, a lot of it is sold more to the fishermen than the fish. Like the rods and I don't know, some people are like, oh, I really want my rod to match my reel. I don't think the fish care what color your rod and reel are. And a lot of times the plastics are the same way. There is a factor with it, but I don't know. It's fishing's great. That's all I can say.
There's so many different variations, bro. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I like the salt. I have to disagree with downtown and Ted. I have to disagree with salt. With no salt makes it look better. But then I guess evidence proves that they are right because when I fish with the worm on the jig head, that is very, very productive, and there's no salt in that. So I guess I can't really a 13-inch. See, and that's what I'm saying. 13-inch, that's just a little excessive.
No, man. No, especially if you. So typically, if I'm fishing something that big, it's on a shaky head. I'll throw them on a shaky head, and sometimes you can actually string 2 hooks, one on the front side and one on the back side. Or there's another trick, you can push your line all the way through, or like halfway through your worm, so the hook's coming out the middle of the 13-inch worm. So they're not taking, they don't have to take so much of that worm in order to get a hook set. But man, 13-inch worms, they're sweet. Gary Yamamoto is your go-to. That's pretty sweet. You should buy them up while you can, though. Gary Yamamoto sold the company, and I hear rumor that they're going to be changing the recipe. So if you love them, buy them up.
Hey, and I promise you he's going to come to work tomorrow and be like, bro, I just went and bought off the shelf.
Yeah, right. Let's see. You got them, bro. I missed. What do we get? We got, it's really good when you do the twitching rig with them. We talk about frogs?
We talk about frogs or the 6-inch crams? Those 6 inches, bro. I thought they were
the ribbon tails too.
I ended up throwing them on the I ended up throwing them on the jig head. And the reason why I really like those 6-inch, bro, is I know you fish on very, very light tackles, so sometimes you have trouble getting it out there. And with those 6-inchers, bro, it did add a little bit of weight, and I was able to get it out there. He got the last 10 years. He does, bro. He got a shitload of plastics. No, but that 6-inch that I was throwing, that creme one that I was throwing, bro, it was getting it out there a little bit more. And you guys bring up a very valid point of they sell shit to the fishermen and not to the fish, because I'm one of those fishermen. Oh, look at that color. Oh, look at that color. Oh, if I was a fish, I'd bite that. I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. I don't even know nothing about the lines and the time and the flies and the salt. I don't know nothing.
Frogs are a perfect example. You see all these frogs, and on the case, it's always their back facing you as the consumer. The fish don't see the back, they see the bottom. Now, when you buy that frog, flip it over, I promise you, it's just green, it's just white, it's just black, it's just yellow. They don't have all those designs. And the fish coming from the bottom, all they see is that one color. They're not seeing the eyes on the top. They're not seeing all the spots. So you could get away with just throwing that same, if that one color on the bottom was the same throughout the whole thing, it would be just as productive. The fish don't see the top.
Water, let's talk top water real quick. I want to talk top water.
Yeah.
So, when you're throwing the top water, are you more concerned about the pop that you're getting on the initial, or are you more concerned with the ribbons that you're leaving in the water, if that makes sense?
For me, it's going to depend on what top water I'm throwing. They have, like, Live Target has these spiders, and what I do with those spiders is I'll cast them under a tree, and I'll get enough of the slack out of there. I'll lift up my rod, take all that slack, and just smack the butt. And doing that just makes those legs twitch on the water. So it doesn't retrieve at all. It just makes it twitch. And sometimes that's gonna be what initiates the strike. But when you're doing like a popper, you want to, fish it quite a bit more aggressively, because you need that pop noise. And you should see a good wave come out the front of the popper. Then you get your spooks. You want a little bit of slack in that line, so when you're jerking the rod, it's getting enough action side to side. But seasonally, it's going to change too. When the fish aren't so lethargic, you want a whole lot more action, because they're going to want to chase that. So you have to, what they call a reaction strike. So you want that tail. You want a lot of commotion going on in the water. But the colder seasons, when the fish are more lethargic, slow it down, and that's including top water. Just smaller twitches, smaller pops, lighter taps when you're trying to get the anything with legs to twitch. So it's really going to depend the bait, the season. It's exactly just like Ted said here. Depends on the bait you're throwing.
How much does the time of day matter for your technique? Are you gonna want to do your technique a little bit different as the morning progresses? So is your technique going to change from 6 to 8 o'clock, and is it going to change from morning to dusk? Or are you going to kind of work the same technique with the same type of bait?
I let the fish speak to me. Plus, it's going to depend on the body of water. If I'm fishing under trees, doesn't matter if it's morning, dusk, dawn, they're already seeing a lot less light because of the trees. If I'm fishing completely open water, I'm going to wait to see, where are the bait fish. If the bait fish are coming towards the top of the water, I'm going to be fishing right around that area with the top water, or something that's just barely subsurface, like a cane walker. Those things, they dive as you're walking the dog. So they slightly go under the surface as well. But time of day, that can be a factor, especially depending on where you're fishing, if you're still water or if you're fishing a creek. There's just factors with everything, and that's why you've seen me. Before I make my first cast, I study the water pretty well. I see ya.
Okay. All right.
Double clicker buzz bait. That's really good for.
Ask about that. Well, yeah.
Huh?
Elaborate.
On the double clicker buzz bait?
Yeah. So
that buzz bait I gave you, it had one metal prop on it. There's some buzz baits that have two metal props.
Okay. I know what you're talking about now. Mm-hmm. Aren't those hard to find nowadays?
No, there's probably half of the market's double clickers, and some of them are just singles. You see a lot more people fishing singles. That comes to, some people are just intimidated, or they don't think a double clicker buzz bait's going to work. But you know, you'd be surprised seasonally
We're
if
still
you.
up here, Cody.
Look at jaw jacking. I have a trick I do with the Storm chug bait. I put a split shot on the back hook so the bait sits down in the water. Yeah, so it sits more upright.
And that makes sense too, because I know when you're doing doing your fly fishing, if you're doing your chubby, you always want to tie that to your bottom fly to the shank. That way that your fly sits like that too. So that makes a lot of sense, Ted.
Well, and a lot of those, like a spook, once you're done doing the action, sometimes they'll naturally sit upright too. It depends on the brand. And typically the ones that you find that naturally do that have a feathered treble hook on the bottom, because that, with it sitting there, that's going to cause more of a reaction. Okay. Look at his face, man.
Reminded me of the Joker. Why so serious?
Yeah. Mornings and evenings, unless it's overcast. Yeah, that's true too. The weather is going to be a factor. Gosh, I've done it all day with top water. There's some times where there's just so many factors, man. You got to try it all out. And just like with fly fishing, you know, if your bait's not working for, 30 minutes, switch out your flies. It's the same thing with throwing any other bait too. If it's not working, switch to something else or move locations. Oh, heck yeah. Dropping a video tonight. I got to check that out. Boots makes a prop and clacker buzz. A prop and clacker, huh? So it's got a prop in the back or the front? I'm assuming the front, and then also the clacker in the front. This guy's crazy. Like I said, he entertains himself pretty good.
That's good though, right?
Son, I cannot hear. What'd you say?
I said, but that's good though, right? He entertains himself.
Yeah, he entertains me pretty well too.
Hey, I'm telling you, man. I think he's entertaining the show, everybody too. So hey, leave him up there, bro.
Yeah, he's definitely he knows how to entertain.
So they're going off. Look, you got the dogs all excited now.
Yeah, he's making the dogs go crazy.
Oh. What else can we talk about? What else you want to chat about before we call it a night?
Hold on, Riku. Sorry. There we go. Boys, we can sit here and talk about this for weeks. We can. Well, shoot. I guess unless you're doing a live next week, in 2 weeks we ought to do this again. Maybe invite some more people who would like to be on here.
I might do one on Sunday. I'm not too sure, but let me see what's up.
I think I might work.
Are you at work on Sunday? What are your days off?
I know I have Saturday off, and then I think Monday. I don't know. I know what I work tomorrow.
Do you have like a revolving schedule or what?
No.
When are your days off typically?
I'm sorry. Yeah, no, my schedule is not consistent. I've been getting lucky and getting most Saturdays off, but
okay.
Well, I think this is cool. I think this is really cool.
Let me know next week when your days off is, and I'll start messing with the StreamYard stuff and see if I can get my side figured out. And if not next week, maybe it would be 3 weeks from now. So after your next live, because you're gonna do it again in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, I think in 2 weeks, I think it'd be kind of cool to do some fly tying live. So I'll just have to mess with my camera. I will bring Robos with me. Definitely bring Robos with me. I've always got them with me. They're in my pocket right now. They're not actually. They might as well be. But yeah, I think doing a live fly tying would be pretty sweet. There's a lot of people out there who want to tie flies. There are a lot of people who have tied flies. And I agree. This could definitely be a series. And actually, Ted, I don't know if Rocco's ever mentioned this or if I have. Originally, when Rawko and I were making our channels, we wanted to have our own channels, and then we wanted to have a group channel as well. And we had a few other people that were with us in it, but it's something I kind of put a damper on it when I moved, but it's still doable from different states.
Hey man,
And
we're proving it right now, bro.
we are, and it's
If
Rocco
you
and I vibe very well.
see now you done got into it, and you done got me into a whole nother subject here, man.
Hey man, yeah, that's
I don't know. Maybe we'll save that for the next live.
yeah. I think
We'll save that for the next live. We'll start the next live off with our idea on what we wanted to do. And hey, you never know, bro. We might still be able to do it. And you know what's pretty cool? I know we kind of wanted to do it local with each other, but honestly, bro, just like Fishing with Brant said, I'd be so down with a group channel where we all come under one house and we all have our individual channels. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be like super awesome. That would be super, super awesome, guys.
Yeah.
So,
well, shoot.
Dude,
I
something
think,
to keep in mind, Bassquatch. You got my number, bro. Definitely let me know what's going on next week. Let me see if I can get to messing with the StreamYard and stuff and get it kind of figured out somewhat on my side. And maybe next week we'll do another one. If not, I'm almost like 80% sure on Sunday. I just don't know where I'm gonna do it at because I really, really want to do a live from the Yak, guys. I really want to do a live from the Yak. I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But
I think
look, you gotta have one. You gotta have one, or else out of the
yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely. If you guys share this out, share my channel, share Rocco's channel out, definitely grow this community. It'd be a lot. I think I agree. I think this could be a series that we have a lot to share, a lot of things in common, a lot of things that aren't in common, a lot of questions for each other. I think it's vibing really well. You guys share this out. I think we got a good thing going. Is what I'm trying to get at.
Hey, you just let me know when your day's off next week, and I'll take care of my part. And I guess we'll host it next week on my channel, and then we'll go back to your channel, and then we'll go back to my channel, and then yours, and then mine.
I'll help you out figure StreamYard. Yeah, you guys share our channels out. I'll definitely share you guys out too, because lots of great conversations in here. But we ought to do it again next week through your channel, like you said.
Okay.
This is a ton of fun, man. This is a ton of fun.
Cool, bro. Thanks for inviting me, man. I was a little nervous, but now I'm getting kind of used to it. And how was the mic, guys? How was the mic? Did it sound pretty good? Could you tell the difference?
Yeah, you sounded great, man.
Okay, cool.
It sounded great. At least on my end.
All right.
Yeah.
Think about some topics you want to talk about next week too, and it doesn't really have to be really fishing, bro. It could be some life stuff too, because I definitely want to throw a little bit of life stuff in there. They can always help you out with fishing and stuff, like just ways to be consistent with your fishing. You know what I'm saying? Ways to learn different techniques and stuff like that. Just different stuff like that. So definitely think about some stuff you want to talk about next week, bro. And I guess with that said, bro, I'm gonna have to throw up the deuces.
Yeah. And that goes for you guys in the chat too. If you have any questions you want to ask next time or anything you want to talk about, don't be afraid. You guys have been awesome, by the way. You guys have been really awesome, very, very active. But I'm going to drop my email in here as well. It's a really easy way to get a hold of me. How do I spell? That's the problem.
You don't know how to spell?
No, I don't. I'm still on phonics week 2. Let's see. So any of you guys, if you want to invite me to any of your lives, or this has been a ton of fun. This is something we got to do pretty regularly, and I appreciate all you guys for coming and checking it out. I think it was a good show as well. I say it all the time. Week 1.5. Hey man, you'll get there. We'll get there together. But I appreciate you guys all very, very much. We got a cool community going on here. And this kid, he's awesome. He's just like the community we got. So we'll just keep building. We'll grow together. But I guess until next week. Yeah. I agree, Rocco. Thank you guys all very, very much. But I'm going to go ahead and call it. It's dinner time for me. I'm a little late. So and got to hang out with this kiddo for a little bit. So again, thank you guys very, very much. I'm going to have a video post probably sometime this week, maybe next week. But appreciate you guys very much. Tight lines, y'all.